Pacheco sidesteps a tackle, cuts 15, 10, 5, freaking touchdown, dude! Blown up, fumble, pitch back to Brian Cook, and Brian Cook's gonna freaking house it, dude! He's gonna house it! Oh my God! He's got plenty of time, fires, back in the end zone, touchdown! Bro, what the frick did I just watch? And this is why you don't doubt Patrick Mahomes. He's gonna waltz in, untouched, touchdown, Kansas City, let's go, baby! What's up, everybody? Welcome to the live play-by-play reaction, Week 4 matchup. Ravens versus Chiefs at Arrowhead that starts in about 25-30 minutes, somewhere right around there. Both teams are 1-2. Both teams need the win desperately. You have to treat this. It's not a playoff game, but I said in my preview video on Friday that the Chiefs need to come into this game treating it like a playoff game, a must-win situation. The Ravens have only, in the Lamar Jackson era, or at least when Mahomes and Lamar Jackson have both started, the Ravens have only won 1 of 6 matchups. I believe they are 1-5. Lamar Jackson is 0-3 at Arrowhead. Spags, just in general, have been able to have Lamar and that offense's number, but this is a very good, great, high-powered Ravens offense that is averaging 37 points per game right now. Heading into this week of games, they were the number 1 scoring offense in the NFL. It's a bit of a tale. It's like Jekyll and Hyde, though, because their defense is one of the worst in the NFL in points allowed, yards per play, rushing yards per game, passing yards per game. They are struggling. And we'll have a couple players inactive in this game, and I do want to get kind of just right to that real quick here. I want to pull up Ravens inactives, and then I want to pull up Chiefs inactives as well. But for the Ravens, the only ones to really keep an eye on that we were looking for was Kyle Van Noy. And then meanwhile, Matabike, their defensive tackle, was just placed on IR last night. Okay, so that's 2 very key defensive linemen inactive. And really, Travis Jones is key too. He's their starting nose tackle. Okay, so Travis Jones, out. Kyle Van Noy, out. Nnamdi Matabike is on IR. So that's 3 very key players on the Ravens D-line not in this game. Something else worth noting, the Ravens fullback, Patrick Ricard, a lot of Ravens fans say that they just really miss him on the offensive side of the ball, even though they're still scoring a lot of points. So he's not going to be playing. Isaiah Likely, their tight end 2, is playing, though. You'll remember him from last year's matchup, Week 1, the toe guy. His toe stepped out of bounds. So Likely is active for the first time since having foot surgery in August. I don't think he gets a full workload or anything like that, but it's at least worth noting that he is active. They have some guys hurt on defense. Ronnie Stanley, their left tackle on offense, is active, will play, but he's dealing with an ankle injury, and I don't think he will be 100%. Well, that'll offset a little bit because the Chiefs inactives, it'd probably look better if I did this. Yeah, that looks way better, actually. The Chiefs inactives have a couple of, well, there's one D lineman, which is Mike Dana. Ashton Gelati was the other defensive end that was questionable heading into this game with an illness, but he's fine. But you have no Mike Dana. You have Gelati. You have Amenahue. You have Karlaftis. Chris Jones should be playing in this game, but he attended his aunt's funeral this morning, I believe, in Mississippi, and is hopefully either close to arriving to the game or has already arrived. He was scheduled to land at 2:40 p.m. He popped up on the injury report as a non-football injury / personal reasons, and it's because he had an excused absence to go to his family member's funeral. I'm sure the Chiefs even said, hey, if you need to take time because of the family loss, the loss in your family, I'm sure they gave him the option to sit this game out. And my best guess, Chris Jones said, no, I'm not doing that. I'll be there. So he's just going to be there late, or as late as you can be before the game starts. I will check Twitter for that, but a couple other notes. As you look at the teams inactives, there's no other real surprises. Elijah Mitchell, Jared Wiley, Christian Fulton, Mike Dana, those are not surprises. I'm trying to think, what else did I say? I'm going to look at it. I just want to check my Twitter because I had a couple notes that I talked about as far as when you see somebody inactive. I mean, I talked about Ashton Gelati, so he's going to be good to go. Yeah, I talked about Ronnie Stanley for the Ravens, their left tackle, and Isaiah Likely, their tight end too. A lot of people are picking the Ravens to win this game. I do think the Chiefs can win it. They're going to need to put up some points, and then Spags is going to need to coach out of his mind. That sounds elementary, I know, but that Ravens offense is very high-powered, and I just think the Chiefs offense is going to have to find some ways to put up more points than they have. They've averaged like 20 points a game through 3 games, but we know that they would have had a little bit more in the Eagles game. Travis Kelce dropped that pass. It got flipped up into the air, turned into an INT, but that's a touchdown. You do have Worthy back in this game, which is obviously good news. So you'll have Worthy. I don't know what to expect of Worthy in this game. I don't know if he gets a full workload. He's fully in the game plan. It's a big question mark to me. He's going to be in a brace, probably under his shoulder pads with that shoulder that he dislocated, toward the labrum. They got it back in. He was out a couple games, and he is back too. That is a boost for the offense. There's no doubt about it. I just don't know at this point in time what to expect from him. And I feel weird not to mention this, but the Giants, the New York Giants, are up late in the fourth quarter, 2.5 minutes to go, by 3 points. Chargers are trailing. It's Chargers against the Giants. Herbert's thrown a couple picks, and it's 21-18. The Giants up by 3, and they have the ball. 3rd and 5. The Chargers have 1 timeout. The Giants have 2. This will be a huge upset, and it's worth talking about because the Chargers are number 1 right now in the AFC West. They were 3-0 with wins against the Chiefs, Chargers, and Broncos their first 3 games. I thought it was going to be basically impossible for the Chargers to lose this game, and here we are with the Giants potentially being able to close this game out if they can get a first down or 2. It's 3rd and 5 with Dart in the gun. I am just going to lightly call it for a second because this is a very key down. So right in the middle, strike, first down. The ball seems to have popped out. Chargers jumped on it, but I think he was down by contact. That's going to be 1st and 10 for the Giants. So the Chargers might need to burn their last time out here, and maybe they already did, or it's going to take you to the 2-minute warning. We need you need a win today. There's no doubt about it. You need to win against the Ravens. Well, actually, I don't know. Is that a catch? 1, 2, knee down, elbow down, ball's out. That's a catch, it looks like, and down by contact before a fumble. All that to say, you need the Chargers to lose this game. They're 3-0, have the tiebreaker over the Chiefs right now, so they would fall to 3-1 if they lose. Chiefs with a win would go to 2-2. I haven't even seen some of the other AFC West games. I don't know when they are, but that's like a big one going on right now. The end of this game it's going to end right before the Chiefs end up starting, most likely. Sleepy, thanks for the 29 months. Angry with the 5 gifted. I appreciate y'all. 1,000 in chat right now. Thank you, Angry. Casey with the 5. Just curious, what do you think? Brashard Smith over under 6 touches today? Let's freaking go. Got to feel there's a big play out of him today. How many touches did he get last week? It was only like 2 or 3 max, right? I would still maybe hit the under, just personally. However, I wouldn't be surprised to see them slowly but surely increase his workload, just because we are all in a place with the Chiefs running back room where it's like, dude, we need them to have a more explosive run game. And I think that's a very big key for this game. If you have 3 key defensive linemen out for the Ravens, they have not been great against the run. You're out key multiple starters again, including their nose tackle. Matabike is out. Kyle Van Noy is out. Run the football and get it done on the ground a little bit to help open up the offense. You obviously will then also have the deep ball with Tyquan Thornton. He'll be a key in this game. I think the defense might key in on him a little bit because he's been open deep multiple times in almost every game this season, even when Mahomes is not targeting him. So he's a big key, and that's why the return of Worthy is so interesting, because if he is not really limited and able to go a fair amount of snaps on offense, that's another real weapon for Mahomes. Combine that with the Ravens' weakness against the run, I think you can drive down the field and put up some points. You're going to have to execute at a high level. Can't have the turnovers. Butker has to make his kicks, extra points, all of it. He's almost missed 5 in 3 games. One was a doink. So we need to see a little bit less of that. This team is too good to give up points, have errors, start slow, have a bad half of football against the Giants like they did against the Giants last week. You can't really afford to do that against a team like this, or you could find yourself trailing by more than one score and in a hole quickly. So the defense has to come out with the game plan to limit Lamar Jackson as best they can, contain him, but he'll make you pay through the air as well. He's got 9 passing touchdowns and 0 interceptions through 3 games so far. Then they have Derrick Henry. He's fumbled in 3 straight games. Hopefully it could be 4. You've got to contain both of those guys, but then you have the return of Likely. You've got Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman. Mark Andrews had 91 yards and 2 touchdowns last week for the Ravens. So there's a lot to kind of deal with. Chris Jones should hopefully be there around. I am going to check Twitter because you're getting close and closer to this game. Chris Jones is here just in time. That was 1 minute ago. So that's big news. Chris Jones is there. Let's freaking go, dude. Showing up in the suit and everything. He shows up at 3 p.m. That's 2:59 exactly. 25 minutes before kickoff. So he's going to get in there. He's going to change, do a little bit of warm-up. And then maybe if the Chiefs win the toss because of Chris Jones, I'm not saying they will do this, but maybe they don't defer. Because you give the offense the ball first for the Chiefs and give Chris Jones some time to warm up and get ready since he's literally just getting there now. So glad that he's there. But yeah, he's obviously hasn't been there long. He hasn't had the pregame warm-ups or anything like that, so he's going to have to kind of do that quickly. But that's good news. Chris Jones is there, a big key to the Chiefs' D-line. Very happy to see that. And I think I have a couple more super chats that I want to get to. Pac West, thank you so much for the 20 bomb, man. Casey, I hope they increase Brashard Smith's workload just with the run game. To some extent, I know I stuttered there, but sometimes the running back room just makes me stutter and sputter and be sad as I watch Red Zone all day and watch every team almost in the NFL run the football effectively and break tackles and make tackles seem like they don't always have to happen if your running back has the ball. With the weakness of the Ravens against the run because of injuries, I don't really care who it is. I don't care if it's Pacheco, Kareem Hunt, Brashard Smith. If somebody has the hot hand in this game, just keep giving it to them because you need to really establish some semblance of a run game to help out the rest of the Chiefs offense, man. Mike Gerber with the 5 gifted. Let's go. Thank you so much. The Violent Kitten with the 2 bomb. What's your prediction for the game, Cole? Miss ya. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well, Kitten. Good to see you in here. I didn't actually give like an official score prediction, but I think if the Chiefs want to win, it's got to be like 30. You got to put up 30. I said that against the Eagles, but the Ravens offense is actually high powered through 3 games. They're averaging 37 points a game. So I said, you probably need to put up like 27 to 30 points if you want to win. So if I had to like right now give you a score prediction, I'm going to say 30 to 27 Chiefs win. But again, you have to score some points, and that's kind of why I hate predictions. It could just go a bunch of different ways. Spags and the defense can just play lights out, have an excellent game plan, limit the Ravens to somehow 18, 21 points, and the Chiefs scrape by with the win 20 to 21 or 24 to 21 or something like that. I just think the Ravens offense, man, they're so high powered. The defense, though, has so many injuries. They have some weaknesses. They've been kind of ran all over, passed all over. They have some great players still. Roquan Smith, Kyle Hamilton, Malachi Starks. There's other guys there on the defense that are good. But you got to come out and execute at a very high level. Get Kelsey, Juju involved in the middle of the field. If Worthy and Thornton are able to open up down the field, the run game gets going, and you've got to score touchdowns. You got to get some points up. Cooper with the 2. Let's get this dub today. Yeah, I feel good about the Chiefs' ability to get a W, but it's not an easy opponent by any stretch of the imagination. By the way, guys, 30 seconds left in the Chargers and Giants game. The Giants have to punt on 4th and 4, still up 21 to 18. The punt is caught at the 10, almost hogtied, breaks the tackle, and finally goes down all the way to the other side. There is actually a legitimate opportunity here, and I'm going to bring FLDB in for this because he's going to be running the scoreboard again. And I'm going to pop up the Chiefs scoreboard, even though we are talking real quickly here about the Chargers and Giants game as it nears its end. I could copy and paste the code and switch it over, but I'm not going to do that. But the Chargers have 18 seconds, no timeouts, FLDB.
Yep.
They have Dicker the kicker, but they are not in field goal range by any stretch of the imagination. They are at the 16-yard line. So they're going to need to get up to about the 50 in order to get even close to Dicker's field goal range, which is good. So you got Herbert in the gun. He's stepping back. He's looking left. Oh, man. He's slinging it middle of the field, and it's dropped. High-pointed by Quentin Johnston in and out of his hands. That would have set them up right, I think, close to midfield. And they would have had to sprint down the field, clock it, and it still would have been close. But because of that, you took some time off the clock, and the Chargers are ever so close to falling to 3-1 by somehow, some way, shape, and form losing to the Giants that have Jackson Dart debuting and no Malik Neighbors. Malik Neighbors might have torn his ACL early on in this game.
He did. It was confirmed. He tore his ACL. So
I think the initial fear was an ACL, but he has to go in for additional imaging, probably an MRI with contrast tomorrow.
Right.
But I think the belief, the fear, is that Malik Neighbors tore his ACL. So you're doing this without your wide receiver one. Again, Herbert threw a couple of picks. You do have an injured Giant on the ground. He's slow to get up, and the Giants had to then call their last time out here. Song, wanting to thank Cole and everyone else for making this channel so great. Been here longer than 2 years with my anniversary. I appreciate you with the 24 months. You got Mike Gerber with the 32 months. Go Giants, go Bears, go Chiefs. Love having you call the game. Might want someone to explain how gifted memberships work. Yeah, if you get a gifted membership, I need to do better about explaining memberships. If you get a membership and it's gifted, you get access to a once-a-month members-only live stream where we give away a jersey from NFL Shop, some signed Chiefs merch, and you get emojis and stuff like that. So if you get gifted, make sure to say thank you to, if you happen to see who it is. Herbert, by the way, on 2nd and 10 is going to sling it middle of the field. The problem is it's caught with 4 seconds left inbounds. That's going to be the game. So the Chargers are going to lose because that play took so much time. They're not going to be able to get another playoff. That is final. It's over. The Giants pull off the upset, and the Chargers are going to lose. Another thing to mention that I will say about the Chargers, Joe Alt is believed to have maybe sprained his MCL. Oh, a high ankle sprain, right?
Yes. Yep. High ankle sprain. Yep.
He had to leave early in this game, so you had no Rashawn Slater, you had no Joe Alt, so you were down both of your starting left tackles heading into the season. And then the Giants' D-line is elite. The Chiefs just played them last week, so you know how good they can be in the trenches. And Jackson Dart is fired up right now after, nobody predicted the Giants to win. And if you would have said, and they have no Malik Neighbors for at least half the game, nobody's picking them to win. And they definitely upset. It was 2 almost pick 6 INTs.
Yeah,
2
Dart,
interceptions taken into the red zone.
Dart looked really good. Hamstring.
You sound underwater suddenly. I don't know why that is.
Oh, is it still bad?
No, you're good now.
Okay. I think my computer had a hiccup. Dart looked really good. Again, he had the hamstring injury, but he overcame it, it seems, and I think he's the right move moving forward. So
let's go. Enough about that game now, but it is good that the Chargers did fall to the Giants. They're now 3-1. I can't believe that. That is insane. And now we are just minutes away, really, from the Chiefs game here, taking on the Ravens at home. And before we know it, it's close enough to where they are going to start doing coin toss and all that stuff. So we'll be getting ready for that. But let's go. That you can only hope that the Chargers charger in some of these games and the Chiefs start rallying back. It's never too late. It's still very early in the season. I don't love the odds, well, especially if the Chargers would have won this game. I don't love the odds of the Chiefs winning the West or it'd be just much more difficult if they lose today. 1-3 if the Chargers went 4-0. But this definitely helps. Worrying about winning the division and stuff like that, I think it doesn't matter right now. I think you just need to come out of this game with a win. And then you still are in a little bit of survival mode while Rashee Rice is still working through that suspension. Hannah with the 11 months. Few things. Andy, please stick with the run game. At least 30 carries. Run game will open up the pass game. 2, Spags, please don't put Shamari on likely. I have a feeling Lamar's number 1 targets today will be his tight ends. Yeah, definitely look for the middle of the field stuff because you've got enough receiving threats in Rashad Bateman and Zay Flowers that they're going to demand attention. Then you've got Mark Andrews. Isaiah Likely is going to be active and playing in this game for the first time since having foot surgery in August. He has not played in a regular season game. I don't know that he gets a full workload, but I'm not going to rule it out either. The Ravens just come out and he's just in almost every key passing down on offense, creating intentional mismatches like that. Isaiah Likely on Shamari Connor, or God forbid, Nick Bolton. I mean, just depending on how the schemes shake out on particular plays, but that would definitely be a mismatch, middle of the field, linebackers, and some of the safeties against the Ravens tight ends, because when healthy, I think Mark Andrews and Isaiah Likely, I don't know if they're the top tight end duo in the NFL, but they're up there. Top 5 maybe. So you can't sleep on that tight end duo, especially if Likely's out there flying around and looking good after his foot surgery and rehabbing back from that. So heck yeah, Hannah, thank you for the 11-month Red Beard tier renewal. We got Chief DeLorean with the 5 gifted as well. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Let's go. We got Zaman Worley. Hopefully I said that right. I hope so. New York Giants with the win. Let's go. Thank you so much for the 2. Let's freaking go. Chargers chargered. Let's go, said Darian with the 2. Then you've got Zach with the $1.50 with the salt super sticker. I don't even know what that means. But hey, man, I appreciate the $1.50. Let's go. Chargers are buns? I don't really think they're buns. I think they're a good team, and they were 3-0 heading into this game against they beat the Chiefs week 1. Now, it was still close-ish, and you didn't have Worthy after the 3rd play of the game, and it did change some things for the offense, but they're still a good team, a respectable organization for sure. First in the AFC West right now, so you got to give respect to them. Chris Jones, by the way, just ran out onto the field, so he is for sure playing in this game. Hannah with the 5 after Kiki's 27 months that I'll get to next. Hannah with the 5. I know he's a rookie and a little aggressive, penalties, but I hope Spags plays Noel Williams more this game. We need more aggressive plays from our secondary. I think he will. His snaps went up week 2 from week 3. I think you see a little bit more today as they kind of expand his workload because Fulton is out. Najee Johnson's on IR. So who else after Trent McDuffie and Jalen Watson do you really want out there in the cornerback room? I mean, Chris Roland Wallace is essentially a safety, even though he's listed as a corner. And then you have Joshua Williams primarily playing special teams. I don't think you really want him, no offense to him, out on the defense that much. But I agree. Got to probably play the rookie a little bit more. And if you can get Noel and Jalen Watson on the outside, it can allow, as needed, Trent McDuffie to kick inside to the slot. Kiki with the 27 months. Let's freaking go, man. For this game, I just hope Worthy doesn't completely destroy his shoulders so we could see him and Rice together on the field come week 7. Yeah, man. With Worthy playing in this game, he has a chance of re-injuring that shoulder all season long. You know, it's going to be most vulnerable when if Worthy is stretching out, sprawling out for a pass, landing on the ground or taking a hit if your shoulder's not pulled in. I don't exactly know where the labrum is torn. And I feel like I could just speak on labrum stuff with shoulders a little bit because I've had 2 labrum tears and 2 surgeries. So it just depends on where the tear is and how much it's torn. He's going to have a brace on, but you are going to be vulnerable and susceptible to re-injury or re-aggravation of the injury all season long. So yeah, we hope he stays healthy. We hope that it all holds up. But all the coaches have said, hey, if Worthy plays, we're not limiting what he can do in the sense of like, oh, you need to slide or do anything crazy once you have the football. He's going to be out there playing football, and that's the expectation. Obviously, we'll see. They're not going to tell you in the lead up to the game. The coaches aren't going to tell you, oh, yeah, we're definitely going to have him limited and only doing this or that. Could be a little bit of coaches speak, but still. Yeah, Hannah, thank you again. Kiki, thank you again for the 27 months. And then James, the resident Broncos fan with the 5-bomb. Hey, my man, the Chargers lost, and now we just need you guys to lose. I would rather not the Chiefs lose, but I am glad that the Chargers ended up losing to the Giants. I was not expecting it at all. I can't believe that actually happened. But we'll take that all day, every day. I'm going back to Twitter because this game's starting any minute here. Chiefs Chris Jones is suited and booted. Chiefs captains in week 4 is Juju Smith-Schuster, George Karlaftis, and Chamari Connor. I don't think we don't have coin toss or anything else like that yet. I still can't believe the Chargers lost to the Giants. That's crazy. And that's why it's really any given Sunday, and you can't overanalyze a game. Even it's hard the beginning of the season. We've got a 3-game sample size, but 3 different opponents. The first quarter of the season, you're still searching for your identity. We can obviously point out if in 3 games the pass rush has been lackluster all 3 games, or the running back room is the least explosive in the NFL through 3 games, but they also were one of the least explosive running back rooms in all of football last year too, and you run back the same guys minus Elijah Mitchell. You sign him on a 1-year flyer and he's inactive, and then you have Brashard Smith, the 7th-round rookie, slowly increasing his workload. And we are very close here to getting this game started. Any minute. We're just getting ready. Chargers. No. Chiefs win the toss and defer, so the Ravens are going to start with the football. So they're not doing what I thought they might do with Chris Jones showing up late, opting to take the ball. They win the toss and defer. I thought they might potentially take the ball and give Chris Jones time to warm up a little bit more. But obviously, he's just going to go out there and get it going. Let me know your score predictions in the comments, but it's going to be a tough game. If there's Ravens fans in here, that's much respect from me over here on my channel. I've given a lot of respect all week long. Obviously, you guys know that there's holes on the defensive side of the ball, but the offense is high-powered, high-flying. Ronnie Stanley won't be 100% at left tackle with the ankle. Derrick Henry, beast of a running back, has fumbled 3 games in a row and lost a fumble in all 3 games. I don't know that continues. As a Chiefs fan, I would like it to continue, but obviously we shall see. Did you see that Chris Jones got a police escort to the game? I didn't see it live, Hannah. Thank you for the 2, but I did hear earlier that he was going to get, I see it, they're talking about it now, but he chartered in, I think, to the airport, like the downtown airport, not the main airport, and then he got a police escort to the game so he could get there. We got Jones Tears. He's ready. Heck yeah. Let's go. 17-27, Chiefs win by 10. 34-10, Chiefs. 31-21, Chiefs. 27-17. 33-24. All right. Yeah, we never take the ball. Yeah, I know, Mo. They typically defer. I just wondered if they would deviate from that with Chris Jones getting there so late, just to give the defense a little bit more time and him to warm up and stuff, but it's all good. All right, let's get it going. Butker's set to kick off. Butker is set to kick off, so let's get it going. Yep, Chris Jones is playing. Chris Jones was late because he attended a family member's funeral, I think this morning. It was his aunt. So he just got there because he had to fly in after the funeral. Here we go. The kick is up. Let's get it. Ravens catch the ball at the 5, right side. 1 missed tackle. Justice Hill dives forward to the 30. It's going to be Lamar Jackson and company with the football at their own 30. Here we go. Ronnie Stanley, their left tackle, is out there. He's dealing with an ankle issue. Probably won't be 100%, but the Chiefs' pass rush has not been elite through the first 3 weeks of the season, and you have to kind of defend against Lamar Jackson a little bit differently anyway. So here we go. First down and 10, crowd going bonkers. Lamar in the gun. He's got a couple options each side here. He's going up to the line, potentially changing something, but the crowd's so loud it's hard to hear, of course, for any of his teammates. Takes a snap, looks right, fires, quick pass, broken coverage, but Mark Andrews actually falls over, and it's only going to be 5. If Mark Andrews doesn't fall over there, he turns up field and probably gets the first down and a little bit more, but he fell over. Sean Peterson with the 100 bomb. Super chat. We're going to win. Post. Let's go. Thank you for the 100 bomb, bro. I really appreciate you. Let's get it going. 2nd and 5 is what I'm going to call it until I see the broadcast. Yep, at the 35. You got Lamar in the gun empty. He motioned his running back out wide. That's Justice Hill. 2 to his right, 3 to his left. Fires. Middle of the field caught again. Back-to-back receptions by Mark Andrews. First one for 5. The second one for 7. First down. Moving the chains. Baltimore Ravens. Yeah, Andrews was very involved last week. Had 91, 92 yards and 2 touchdowns. One of them was kind of in garbage time. But still, he's been looking pretty good. Lamar now under center. Looks like Henry behind him. They're going to hand it off to Henry. He burst through the line, and that got scary. But he went all the way cross midfield to the 45. Derrick Henry's so scary, man, because if he gets past the initial line, he's just such an athlete. He can break tackles. He can beat you in open field with his speed. And Shamari Connor and Brian Cook really saved that. Shamari Connor was the last line of defense to at least get a hand on Derrick Henry's ankle, to slow him down, and Cook came down with the tackle. But that's another first down across midfield. Lamar Jackson now at the 44 under center I formation here. Play action. He's got a lot of time to throw, but Chris Jones is going to flush him up in the pocket. Caught, nailed, holds onto it. Zay Flowers for 20-ish yards. They're down near the 25 just like that. Lamar Jackson, man, a lot of time in the pocket. Jalen Watson was pretty often coverage in that route on Flowers. And Flowers took a shot. Brian Cook kind of laid the hammer. It looked like Watson maybe thought he was supposed to pass Zay Flowers off. It's hard to know. But with that being said, it's a handoff out of the gun to Henry. And he's only going to get 3 maybe. This is a really great offense, guys. I'm not really surprised they're moving down the field right now. This is also the scripted plays. They're coming in with the game plan. Derrick Henry was working pregame, and the coaches were slapping the football and punching the football as he was warming up. Is that common? Is that normal? I don't know, but either way, he's fumbled 3 straight games and doesn't want to do it again. All right, they're down to the 21-yard line here. Lamar in the gun, steps back. He looks middle of the field, checks it down, caught. Gain of about 5 or 6. That was actually Henry with a very rare reception here. Doesn't often catch the ball. It's 3rd and 2. Southern with the 5, ready to get that W. Glad Worthy is back. Worthy and Thornton deep down is going to be lights out. Let's go, man. Thank you for the 5. I do have a couple underdog picks that I'll share with you. I should have shared it pregame so some of you guys could tail it, but that's on me. 3rd and 2. Lamar in the gun, empty, 2 options to each side. Looks like Andrews on the left in line. Nope, they're going to motion Hill back and hand it off to him. Needed 2, got 4. First down. I'm just super quick going to give you my picks if you want to tail before it's too late. I've got Travis Kelce higher than 3.5 receptions, Derrick Henry rushing touchdown, and Patrick Mahomes higher than a 1.5 touchdown passes. I just feel like the offense has to work. Kelce's done this a lot, 3.5 or more. Derrick Henry's rushed for a touchdown in like 7 of his last 8 games going back to last season. So those are my 3 right now as the Ravens are facing 1st and 10 at the 12. Lamar and Wishbone. He's got a guy to his left, right, and directly behind him. It's Henry. They're going to keep it. Lamar scrambles, and he's going to get tackled for, I think, a loss of 1 or no gain by Shamari Connor. Read very well, shed his blocker. It was an option. You either hand it off to Henry or keep it. Lamar keeps. Sells it pretty nicely, to be honest, but they did not bite. They were not fooled. And that was a great job by the Chiefs defense here. The Ravens are in striking distance, well within the red zone, but that was a really good play by the Chiefs defense. All right, 2nd and 9. So they did give him a 1-yard gain on that. Zay Flowers in motion, Lamar under center, play action. It's a screen setup, and I think Justice Hill, is going to march in almost untouched. You had Zay Flowers in motion from the right to the left. He was getting attention. Lamar, meanwhile, checks down a sidearm, almost like a running back screen. And it was just a good play. Not executed to the best of the Chiefs' defense's ability either. Yeah, they waited for Chris Jones to get after Lamar, and because of that, Justice was open. It was a screen all the way on the right side, or somewhat of a screen. And that's a touchdown for the number 1 scoring offense in the NFL. Just like that, took 5.5 minutes to drive all the way down the field, 75 yards, and Tyler Loop, their draft pick this year after letting go of Justin Tucker, bangs that one through here, and it's 7-0. Ravens up by a complete score. Is Xavier Worthy playing? I think so. Yep. Shed off a block. Blocked off a shed. Yeah, it was a good drive by the Ravens. This is a very high-scoring offense. They've averaged 37 points a game, which is a reason why I say, hey, I think the Chiefs can win, but you need about 30. I mean, because just like that, the Ravens went 9 plays, 70 yards in 5.5 minutes and scored a touchdown. It was almost easy. Now, these are scripted plays. The defense will make adjustments, as will both sides of the ball, really, as the game goes on, but Our turn. Yeah, you need the Chiefs to respond, but this is what the Ravens are really good at. They get a lead, then they'll just grind you on the run game on the ground. Just eat clock, wear you down if they have that lead. So you need to keep it manageable. You need to keep it close. And that's why I said, man, I think the Chiefs offense is going to have to try and shoulder this a little bit more than they have in some of these other games. You're going to have to get points on the board. You can't have a poor first half. None of that. Chiefs offense has to come out humming and get points up quick. It switched to the Bears game? I don't know. I live in network, so I'm not really sure why it would do that. Chiefs lined up in a 3-man front, adding Leo Chanel in a stand-up position over the center. That's exactly where Lamar Jackson threw the screen pass to Justice Hill through a big hole for a touchdown. Love Leo on the line of scrimmage, says Matt Derrick of Chiefs Digest, but maybe just outside instead. Very interesting. It was a really good drive. It's a really good drive there to open the game by the Ravens, man. World verse with the 1 month. We have to take some shots for Worthy and Thornton. We should also look for that Kelsey matchup against Hamilton, going back to the AFC champ with Kelsey. Yeah, Hamilton's a really good safety. Travis Kelsey is a great tight end. That'll be a very key matchup to watch for sure. We be okay? Yep. This game is over? Oh, wow. That's crazy. 9.5 minutes left in the first. It's over. Is Hollywood actually healthy? Maybe. I mean, he's playing. He just doesn't look exactly who he used to be. All right, kick is up. Going to be caught about the 5-yard line. Jalen Royals is going to take that to about the 32-yard line. That's the 4th-round rookie for the Kansas City Chiefs, who was active for the first time last week and saw, I think, 0 snaps on offense. We'll see what happens for this one. You got Mahomes and company taking the field around the 30. Remember, guys, the Ravens offense is really good. Ravens defense does have some weaknesses, but we need the offense to fire at a high level here. Mahomes in the gun, 2 out wide to his right. Pacheco to his right. He motions Worthy to the right as well. It's actually a quick pass to Worthy, and he's going to get blown up for nothing, but there's a flag at the end. I don't know if they're going to call horse collar. If so, that's 15-yard penalty. I need to see the replay, but there was a flag at the end of this. Let's see what the call is. They might pick up the flag. They're debating. Oh, face mask. Oh, he grabbed the back helmet and the front of Worthy's face mask to tackle him. It was Humphrey. Marlon Humphrey. Nickelback there for the Ravens, and that's a 15-yarder. I don't know how you can argue against that call. So it's 1st and 10 for the Chiefs at the 47-yard line. Mahomes in the gun. 2 options to his left, but Worthy goes in motion. They're going to hand it off to Pacheco up the middle, and he's going to get a yard. One of the worst run defenses in all of football. Chiefs got a yard. It's early, but Trey Smith, looked a little slow to get up there. They cut away from his angle, but he was down on both knees there. I'm sure he's fine, but just something I noticed on that play. What's up, Darrell? Thank you so much for the 2-bomb. So, hello, Chiefs fam. Hello, hello. 2nd and 9, Mahomes in the gun. You got Pacheco, motions out wide. Mahomes throws middle of the field, caught by Kelsey, turns upfield and tackled about 3 yards shy of the line to gain. Tight end 1 getting involved pretty quickly here. He's been involved in every game, really. Just he's had a couple of miscues here and there, but he's moving around, looking sharp, flying around, really looking better than he has out on the field this year compared to last year. 3rd and 2. Right up near midfield or just past it. They're about 50% on 3rd downs last week. Let's see what happens here. Mahomes in the gun. Brashard Smith is in there. And they're going to check it down to Brashard Smith, and he wasn't ready for it. Miscommunication. Mahomes wants to go for it. It looks like Brashard Smith shot upfield a little farther than Mahomes was expecting, and it was a back shoulder from Mahomes. So it's either just off by Mahomes, or again, he thought Smith would settle in a little bit more than he did. Mahomes was clearly frustrated by that because that would have been a 1st down and more. But for those of you who said, hey, why isn't Brashard Smith getting more snaps? It's still because he's going through growing pains as a rookie, but they're going to go for it. Mahomes in the gun empty right now. 3 options to the right. He's going to roll right, throws right, caught by Worthy, 1st down. Needed 2, got 3, maybe 4. Worthy, with whatever this is, with the celebration, moving the chains. Connie, thank you for the membership. Darrell with the 5. I hope Pat had an elliptical on the plane so 95 could warm up. And maybe he was doing some high knees on the airplane like Russell Wilson was on the way to wherever, Germany with the Broncos a couple years ago. I was doing high knees on the plane. 1st and 10 for the Chiefs at the 42. Mahomes in the gun. Kelsey in motion from the left to the right. Worthy at the bottom of the screen. Ravens were trying to maybe rush a little more, but he checks it down to Brashard Smith, and he breaks 3-4 tackles. I have seen enough keep Brashard Smith in. Brashard Smith just broke more tackles on one play than the rest of the running back room has in 3 games. That's crazy. All right, well, that's a 1st down, and you're all the way up to the 25-yard line of the Ravens. It was a check down right side to Brashard, and he snaked up the sideline, breaking multiple tackles. You're going to hand it off to Isaiah Pacheco, right side for about 5 yards. And for a Chiefs running back, you're going to take it. Under center, by the way. Crazy. All right, here we go. 2nd and 6. It was technically credited as a 4-yard run. 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Ravens went down 70 yards in 5.5 minutes, scored a touchdown. Chiefs need to match it. This is a high-powered offense, but a struggling defense. Mahomes in the gun, motions Pacheco back, who was out wide, to his left. Mahomes steps back to throw. It's a screen to Pacheco, and he drops it. It was a screen to Pacheco left side, and he had blockers, and he had room, and Pacheco couldn't haul it in. You're getting some boos raining down, actually, from the crowd regarding Pacheco, and the crowd in Kansas City doesn't boo a lot. Like they're not like Eagles fans that are just like cut and dry. They'll start booing any game, every game, like the first time something's bad. But that was a tough drop by Pacheco, and that could have been a first down and more. Instead, it's 3rd and 6. He's still in there, by the way, I believe. No, it's Kareem Hunt. No, it's Pacheco still, and Mahomes fires middle of the field. It looks like miscommunication or just underthrown. It was intended for Juju Smith-Schuster. Incomplete. FLDB saying it's tipped. If I see the replay, I could tell you for sure. Yeah, it was batted down, batted at the line. That's why it was so short. I think Mahomes would have got it there. Man, that's been a big problem too, FLDB and just everybody in chat hanging out. For the Chiefs offense this year, they've had a bunch of plays batted down at the line of scrimmage. I don't know if that's just because they know that Mahomes is throwing middle of the field. They know he's throwing short. 38-yard attempt for Butker, by the way, is right down the middle. So you didn't get a touchdown, but you got 3. 3-7, Chiefs trailing by 4. The Pacheco drop, man. Yeah, crowd was booing Pacheco after that drop. Crazy, man. I mean, Brashard Smith is the most electric guy in that room. That drop was absolutely brutal, though, because that is your first down and more. But then on 3rd and 6, you might have had Juju open for the first and more, and it got tipped at the line of scrimmage. It got tipped. I bet you there's been, I would have to research it, but I bet you there's been probably like 10 passes tipped up or batted down at the line of scrimmage this year for the Kansas City Chiefs offense. At least the Chargers lost. They did lose, yes. Somebody said stop throwing to Pacheco. I've never really seen Pacheco drop. I mean, maybe I'm wrong here, but I don't know that I've seen him drop a screen that bad. That was one of the worst drops I've ever seen him make. He's entering year 4 in the NFL, and I feel like he typically would haul in a little check down like that, but your guess is as good as mine about what the Chiefs need to do in the running back room. I had concerns and questions about them heading into the season, and it has not been great, to say the least. Somebody said he's scared to get hit. Well, he had blocking. I think he's in his head a little bit. I think he's in his head. Man. Well, it's 3-7. You needed a touchdown there, but again, if you want to win this game, you've got to execute at a very high level because the Ravens' offense is going to be hard to slow down. Yeah, Smith showed a little juice there, exactly. Could have had Derrick Henry. I don't feel like the Chiefs would use a running back like Henry. You just need more of like a dual threat guy. That's like think of Jerick McKinnon in 2022, and that was a big part of the Chiefs' offense having 5,200 yards. I think Mahomes threw for 5,200 yards rather alone. That's not the run game either, but somebody like Jerick McKinnon, just a reliable hands, can make people miss, and was good in pass pro. That's really what you need in the Chiefs' running back room, and maybe Brashard Smith can be that, but he's still a rookie, and you're still working him up right now at this point in time. Southern with the 5. I say put Thornton and Worthy on the field together and have them go deep and see who gets the touchdown. Race down for the score. Thank you for the 5, Southern. Hopefully we do see a little bit more combos of Thornton and Worthy. The return is going to be bottled up just shy of the 30. It was a good special teams play there by the Chiefs on that kickoff. Brand with the 5 bomb per Pro Football Reference entering the week. Mahomes has had the most passes batted by a defender at the line with 7 passes batted. Yeah, I think I said 10. I was just like loosely guesstimating, but it doesn't really surprise me that he has the most batted down passes at the line with 7. It feels like more. All right. 1st and 10 for the Ravens here. At the 26, Lamar in the gun, 3 out wide to his right. Justice Hill motions to the left, so he's got options. Pumps, tries to scramble, sacked. Who was that? Tillery. Lamar tried to step up into the pocket and maybe was thinking about scrambling because he had 2, 3, 4 seconds and was going to tuck it to take off, and Tillery got off of his blocker, off of the lineman assigned to him, and just wrapped Lamar up. What a freaking play by Jerry Tillery, a name we haven't talked about a lot this season so far, but with that, it's 2nd and 13. Remember, Lamar was sacked tied for a career high 7 times last week against the Lions. The Chiefs are going to bring pressure. Lamar checks it down to Andrews and tackled by Jaden Hicks for only a gain of 2. He did not let him get any additional yards. This is 3rd and long. This is perfect. This is what you want. Again, Lamar is still great on passing downs, but this is you want to try to force these guys to be a little bit more one-dimensional by getting them to 3rd and long. Lamar can still throw. He's got whatever it is, 9 touchdowns and 0 INTs so far this year, unless the last play was actually, it was technically a passing touchdown, so 10 touchdowns to 0 INTs. But this is what you want. 3rd and long, here we go. Lamar with 5 seconds on the play clock runs up to the line, changes something. Chiefs bringing pressure again. Lamar is going to run right, and he's got room to run, and he's going to get 12 yards. 1st down. Don't really understand why you're going to break contain on Lamar Jackson like that. You brought pressure on the left side, at least 1 extra rusher, but there's nobody to cover on the outside because somebody fell over. I don't know if it was a Minihue. Maybe a Minihue fell over, and I think he got just enough for the 1st down. Extended his arm. Ooh. I don't know. That might be 4th and inches because that knee is down. They're going to give it to him 1st and 10. 1st and 10 at the 35, 37, and they're going to hand it off to Derrick Henry, and he gets 4. And that's the thing. I say, well, that's how you want the Ravens to be, is 3rd and 11. That's what you want, but you also can't lose contain on Lamar Jackson. That's ridiculous. I think Minihue fell down. Terrell with the 2. Maybe 95 will take the grief and turn it into rage. Channel it. Channel it. Thank you for the 2. 2nd and 6. 2 minutes and 52 seconds to go here in the 1st quarter. Lamar in the gun. 3 options to his left. Chiefs show pressure. Are they going to bring it? They do again. Lamar throws 50-50 ball. Caught by DeAndre Hopkins. High pointed it. Kept both feet in bounds. 1-on-1 on Trent McDuffie. Flag on the play late, by the way. Let's see what the call was. Dude, that was a great catch by D-Hop. Illegal formation on the offense. 5-yard penalty. I don't think that doesn't count, though, does it? Yeah, okay, it's a pre-snap penalty. It's interesting why they didn't blow the play dead. I mean, maybe if the Chiefs would have got like a pick 6 or something insane, they could have declined the penalty. You know? So, D-Hop with an excellent catch down the sideline, negated by an illegal formation on the offense to move him back 5 yards. And we'll take that all day. 35-yard line now. Lamar in the gun, 3 out wide to his left. Chiefs showing a lot of pressure again. Do they bring it? No. They've rushed 3 and have a spy. Lamar throws middle of the field, caught. You rush 3, you have a spy. And Zay Flowers not only catches the ball, but gets body slammed at the end by, I think, B. Cook, and it's going to be 15 more yards. Nice. They're going to flag him for unsportsmanlike conduct or whatever it's going to be for the slamming down at the end there. Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. He picked him up and slammed him down. In 2025, you just can't do it, man. You just can't do it. So they just got across midfield. It wasn't even egregious, to be honest, either, but it's unfortunate because you just can't do that. You can't pick up a receiver like that and slam him over. That's going to be a flag probably 9.9 times out of 10, and that moves the Ravens up 15 yards. You gave the number 1 offense in the NFL 15 free yards, and they're at the 32, Lamar in the gun. Chiefs show pressure. They bring pressure. Bolton is getting close. He has to throw off of his back foot. Picked off by Leo Chanel. One-handed grab by Leo. What? I did not expect that. It wasn't on my bingo card. One-on-one on Mark Andrews. A favorable matchup for Lamar to throw. And Leo Chanel spinning around, one-handed grab. What? That's a favorable matchup, in my opinion, for Lamar to take a one-on-one shot down the right side to Mark Andrews against Leo Chanel. And Leo Chanel comes up with the INT. There's a timeout on the field, but it's first down for the Chiefs. Whoa. What a play by Leo Chanel, man. There was, let's see, Drew Tranquil blitzed. Nick Bolton blitzed a little bit after that and had a free run to Lamar. So Lamar is kind of backpedaling, throws off of his back leg, targeting tight end one on a linebacker. Mahomes is going to do that with Kelsey all day. Kelsey on a linebacker, he's throwing that 50-50. And Leo Chanel just makes an incredible play there. And the Chiefs offense have the ball back. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That was an awesome play. Macerdo with the 5. Thank you so much. Offense needs a TD. Exactly. Andrews is washed. I mean, he came off of he led the team in, I think, receptions and yards and potentially even receiving touchdowns last week. Looked pretty good. Cole, do we have the bus climbing video in honor of Leo Chanel? I don't have that handy, but he is one of the strongest pound-for-pound guys on the team. If anybody took a Leo Chanel INT in this game, I couldn't even imagine how high the multiplier was for that. Oh my gosh. That's the first pick of Lamar all year. First INT of the year. It goes to the very expected linebacker, Leo Chanel. That's insane. Oh, dude. If you're going to beat this team, you need to win the turnover battle, force a fumble, get a pick, and then the offense, like, you basically have no choice but to turn this into points. You got to turn this into points. Matthew with the 279. I've seen enough. Put him at CB2. Leo Chanel, hybrid linebacker, D lineman, cornerback. He just does it all in this offense. Kelly with the 5. Amazing play by Leo. Let's capitalize. Chiefs, let's go get 7. Exactly. Let's freaking go, man. Can Leo Chanel play running back? I mean, sure. Let's give him a try. Why not? Oh, that's awesome. You got to turn it into something. But what a play by Leo. Wow. Crazy. All right, we're back from commercial break. 1st and 10, play action to Kareem Hunt. Has Mahomes rolling out right. He pumps twice. Takes a good check from Humphrey. Shoulder to shoulder, out of bounds, gain of 2. I'm just still chuckling about that INT. You just would never have expected that one. Where am I watching the game at? Channel 41. I live local, Kansas City. CBS is what it's on. All right, 2nd and 8. Chiefs trailing by 4, needing points here. Capitalize off this Lamar Jackson interception. You got Mahomes in the gun, Worthy in motion to the right. He's going to step back to throw, and he uncorks it deep down the side. Caught by Worthy, deep downfield. Let's go. Just what you need from the Chiefs right now, in my opinion. Wide receiver 1 until the return of Rashee Rice. That went for 30-ish yards. 37 yards down the right side with Humphrey on him in coverage. What a throw by Mahomes right into the breadbasket. But what a way to track that ball and just haul it in clean by Xavier Worthy, who has shown you time and time again he will do that if you get him a ball. They're across midfield at the 45. Mahomes steps back to throw again. He does it again down the right side. There was contact. No flag. That was on that. Okay, so that's a better matchup. That's Nate Wiggins on Xavier Worthy. And if you don't know, Nate Wiggins, he's a cornerback for the Ravens that runs a 4.28 40. So if anybody's going to be able to try to keep up with Worthy, it's going to be Wiggins. Good call by the ref. What call? I mean, there was like a little contact. It didn't look egregious. Mahomes in the gun. Another screen to Kelsey. He breaks a tackle and gets about 7, maybe 8. This might be the first tight end screen to Kelsey that has worked all year. Yeah, I think it went for 7 yards. Went for 7. Let's take that. So that's the end of the first quarter, by the way. But the Chiefs, where are they at, FLDB? There's no distance on the commercial one. 35-yard line? You're holding up a 3 and a 5. They are at the 38. Maybe that's why you were saying that. So FLDB on the screen was going, that makes more sense now. But I was like, I thought he was holding up a 3 and a 5. I'm dumb. I just need to unmute you for those questions, to be honest, but 4,800 of you in chat. Hope you guys are having a good day. It'll be a little bit better of a day if the Chiefs get a touchdown on this drive and go up 3. That's what you need. Deep ball is back. Back-to-back deep balls right side. First one worked. Worthy and Royals would be great to take the top off. Royals, he's got the quickest 10-yard split of this draft class, but I think you might be meaning Thornton. I think. But Royals can move too. Haven't seen a lot from him. Dub Freak with the 10, and we still haven't scored a touchdown in the first quarter. Jeez. But we're looking better. How about that, Chiefs? Let's go, man. Hope your day's well. Thank you, Dub Freak. That's an interesting stat that I didn't know off the top of my head, but that doesn't surprise me that the Chiefs haven't scored a touchdown in the first quarter. They talk about every week at these pressers. We need to start faster. We need to start faster. Justin DeRuse, Papa HBTC in the house with the $5 super sticker. Let's go. Is Royals in this game? He did return a kickoff. I don't know that I've seen him on offense. He might have been out there at one point in time, but he hasn't been targeted or anything like that. Yeah, Francis said Thornton and Worthy over the top, Rashee and Royals in the middle, Kelsey is the money down, Smith in the backfield. Heck, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. 3rd and 3, by the way. After that tight end screen to Kelsey, went for 7 on 2nd and 10 because it was an just an incompletion deep down the right side on first down. They're going to hand it off to Kareem Hunt. He's showing patience, trying to get the yards needed, and he's going to be a yard shy. 4th and 1. Do you kick a field goal to make it a 1-point game? I think you go for it here. The offense is so good by the Baltimore Ravens. You're not really, in my opinion, going to win this game kicking field goals. I think the Chiefs offense is going to stay and run a play here, but they're showing the Ravens DC, Zach Orr on the sideline. Yep. Offset I formation, Mahomes under center. He's going to hand it off to Kareem Hunt, and he is going to plow through for about 2 or so yards. First down, Kansas City Chiefs keeping the drive alive. Let's go. It's kind of a no-brainer to me because you have multiple backups for the Ravens in this game on the D-line. No Matabike, no Kyle Van Noy, no, their nose tackle is out too in this game. Can't remember his last name off the top of my head. Travis, though. 1st and 10 at the 34. Mahomes in the gun, fakes the handoff, quick slant to Hollywood Brown, spinning off of a tackle, fighting for more yards inside the 20. This is his former team, by the way, that drafted him, that he's playing against. It's an 18-yard gain on an RPO. You saw a very similar play to Juju, I think, last week, who caught that pass, but this time was Hollywood Brown. You fake the handoff, sling it to the innermost receiver on the right side who's running a quick slant, and that went for 18 yards. I think the Juju slant went for 18 as well, or around there. Jennifer with a 1587, wishing some luck on this 1st and 10 that they hand off to Kareem Hunt, who barrels forward through contact for maybe 4. It looks like there's some fighting going on in the pile. Are they fighting for the football? No, I'm not really sure what happened to that. But Jennifer, thanks for the 1587. Kevin, thank you for the 10 bomb. Thanks for doing this live stream, Cole. They are showing the god-awful Bears and Raiders game in my area. That is an awful game. Nobody wants to watch the Bears or the Raiders, nor even the people of Chicago or Las Vegas. Maybe some Bears and Raiders fans. But, touche, this is a much more exciting game in comparison. You got Mahomes and company at the 14. Mahomes in the gun, steps back. He wants to run, and he's going to shed a couple of tackles into the middle of the field, dives forward for a gain of about 4. Whew. That was kind of stressful. Yeah, Mahomes didn't like what he saw based on the coverage and ended up kind of shimmying his way through traffic a little bit, getting past the line of scrimmage and scrambling for 4. 3rd and 4. At the 10. 0 for 3 on 3rd downs today. Converted 2 4th down conversions. Mahomes in the gun, Juju in motion to the left. Mahomes steps back to throw, throws, caught by Brashard Smith. He gets the 1st down, just keep the ball. Play gets blown dead. Ooh. 2nd catch by Brashard Smith. You're getting him a little bit more involved. You got him up to about the 5-yard line after that quick catch. Remember, he's a converted wide receiver. In college, 1-year running back under his belt. So Brashard Smith is essentially another wide receiver for you in the pass game, and the Chiefs are a pass-heavy offense. Nobody covered him snaking out of the backfield left side. He loves that spin move. 1st and goal at the 4. Smith in motion to the left. Mahomes in the gun empty. They're motioning Brashard the other way. It's a keep by Mahomes, and he gets nowhere. That was awkward. That was very awkward, actually. Trey Smith is very slow to get up. Oh, boy. Trey Smith is limping. Oh, boy. It was supposed to be a fake to Brashard Smith, and you were supposed to pitch it. Oh, gosh. Trey Smith got folded over awkwardly. You were supposed to fake that to Brashard Smith and pitch it to Kareem Hunt, but the play got blown up, which is why Mahomes kept it and tried to scramble forward. Changing the play or something with 3 seconds left on the play clock and the gun, play action to Kareem. Looks left, doesn't like it. Looks right, still in the pocket, and just throws it away out of the back of the end zone after all that. 3rd and goal. Man. Mahomes had a lot of time, but there was some pretty good coverage. You got to remember, the red zone is hard because it shrinks down the field. You can play, if you drop some guys back in coverage, I mean, you can kind of just play and sit near the goal line. There's just not a lot of space to spread that defense. 3rd and goal, but with that said, we need a touchdown here. Mahomes in the gun. Empty. He's got 3 options to his left. Hollywood Brown goes in motion to the right, though. They don't give it to him. He's looking left. He throws up and just out of the back of the end zone. I don't know what that was. Looks like it was well covered, but Mahomes kind of just overthrew that. Just kind of threw it away. He was kind of giving Thornton a little bit of an opportunity, but he would have had to frickin' jump like 5 feet in the air. Now, on that route, he got bumped, and that's what Mahomes was upset about. Thornton got bumped on his route trying to cross from the left to the right, which threw off the timing a little bit. Butker's field goal is good, by the way. I mean, dude, I'm just... Field goals aren't good enough. I'm just going to be honest here. It's not good enough. You need 7, not 3. The Ravens' offense is too good. You need 7. So I think you might be 0 for 2 in the red zone so far. I believe they got in the red zone both times, right? They're technically saying 0 for 1. So maybe they didn't get in the red zone on that first drive, and I'm mistaken off the top of my head. They were close. Where did that drive get to? The last drive, they kicked a field goal. They went 9 plays, 48 yards, kicked a field goal at the 38. So no, they were not at the red zone. But still, you get that close against a Ravens team that's really struggling on defense, giving away the most yards, most points, bottom 3 in the NFL in most of those categories. I mean, you need touchdowns. Yeah, you need touchdowns to beat the Ravens. Very tough. He did get bumped on his route. Mahomes wanted a flag. I don't know if that would have been PI. That would have been... I don't really know, but they're letting him play. Corey, thank you so much for the 25 months. Appreciate you. Darian with the 2. This has got to be the most uninspired / mid offense. James with the 2. This is just for more extra XP points, I guess. Wrangler with the 5. Best 2 offensive drives and defense stand of the season. Hopefully this is the turnaround. They're moving the ball well. So that is some positives. If you want some positive takeaways, they are moving the ball well. On the day so far, Mahomes is 7 for 13, 96 yards. The running back room is okay. They're averaging not much, really. 8 carries for 16 yards. So that's not good, but in the receiving game, Worthy has 2 for 41. Brashard Smith, 2 for 23. Hollywood's got 1. Kelsey's got 2 for 14. Moore was in at tackle, said Dom. Interesting. Jalen Moore was in at right tackle? Or left tackle? I would assume right, but I wasn't looking closely enough. The traveling lamb with the 2 going to Jags versus us next game. On Monday. Ooh, let's go. Heck yeah. Hope you enjoy that game. Wrangler, thanks again for the 5. Darian, Corey with the 25 months. Why are we not running the ball in the red zone? That's a great question. I don't really know. It's been tough sledding in the run game, but yeah. I mean, was that like 3 straight passes or what? They tried like a weird like pitch to Kareem. At the end of the drive, they went pass, pass, pass. No. Pass, run. In the inverse order, by the way. So it was there was a run on 1st and goal, incomplete, field goal. There was a return up the left side, flag on the play. Not a great return, but let's see what the flag is. I just wanted to finish my thoughts on that drive before I talked about that play here. Ooh, holding on the receiving team. 10-yard penalty. All right. Tobias, offense is just buns. And they've been moving the ball, but you need to capitalize on it in the red zone, man. You need touchdowns, not field goals, to beat the Ravens. Yeah, very frustrating there in the red zone because you're at the 10. Used to be one of the best red zone offenses in the NFL. Now, Rashee Rice's return will help with that, but you still got to figure it out. Got to get 7. You got all the way to the 5. 1st and 10 at the 15. Lamar under center, I formation. Looks like he's changing the play. Going to hand it off to Henry. Bounces left. And he's going to get 11 or 12 yards there. Hopefully Trey Smith is okay. He was like folded awkwardly and was kind of limping around. Joseph Noteboom might be replacing Ronnie Stanley at left tackle, by the way. That's their backup left tackle. Ronnie Stanley's their starter, came into this game with an ankle injury, a tweaked ankle of some sort. And it might be Noteboom on the left side here. 1st and 10, you've got Lamar. And what looks like a wishbone, like an Illuminati triangle around him here. Delay of game. He couldn't get the ball off in time unless they called a timeout. That is 5 yards. Oh, delay of game. There it is. Let's go. They could not get the ball off in time. Casey Medic with the 5 on the 4-yard line with the first down. Why did Kareem Hunt not run it? They tried on the first play. It was going to be a pitch to him. And then it was 2 passes after that on 2nd and goal. 3rd and goal results in a field goal. But yeah, I don't know why they didn't try again. Let's get a pick 6, somebody said in chat. That sounds like a great idea. You got Lamar in the gun, 2 options to his right. 3 options to his right because he's got Likely in motion, it looks like. He looks right. It's a screen to Henry, and he's got room. He's at the 30, but he gets wrapped up. Great tackle made by the second-year safety, Jaden Hicks. He's a few yards shy of the line to gain, but that could have gone for way more. If Jaden Hicks misses that, you're going for way more. Oglaw with the 10, back for week 4 again. What do we need to prioritize in this game to get a win? Well, on the offense, you need to score touchdowns and not have Butker kick field goals for starters. You need to now limit this high-powered Ravens offense, which you did on the last drive. You got to pick. Don't let Henry get explosive runs. Don't let Lamar Jackson beat you with his legs. Force him to throw, but even then, he's got weapons to throw too. It's just tough. You've got to slow them down just enough, and the offense has to capitalize on a banged-up defense and get points on the board. The clock hit 0 again. That's delay a game again. They're having some trouble on this drive here. Another delay a game to move them back 5 more yards. So a delay a game, I think had like 1st and 15. And then they got a 10-yard screen to make it 2nd and 5. Well, now it's 2nd and 10. That's Arrowhead crowd noise, crowd advantage right there. They are getting loud. Let's go. You got Lamar in the gun at the 26. High snap, fields it. Bolton is going to try to chase him down, as is Karlaftis. He throws it not even close to the line of scrimmage. That is intentional grounding. What are we doing? He throws the ball away. He's out of the pocket, but it did not even get close to the line of scrimmage. Oh, there's a flag. Late. Intentional grounding. It's not a 10-yard penalty, I think, because he's so far back? It was a place at the spot of the foul. Why wasn't it a 10-yard penalty? Oh, because he's so far back? It's actually greater. It's all the way to they're moved back all the way to the 10-yard line. 3rd and 26. Dude, do not convert on this play. For the love of God, Spags. Do not let them. 3rd and 26 at the 10. Chiefs bring pressure. Lamar has to check it down. And Justice Hill made a nice move, made one man miss. He's all the way up to the 22. There, I think another flag on the play. Was I tripping or was that the broadcast malfunctioning? I thought I saw a flag pop up on the broadcast. Wow, what a defensive stand. I mean, that's helpful from the crowd. Yeah, incredible defensive stand. All right, so it's going to be a punt on 4th and 15 with 7 minutes to go in the second half. For the Chiefs won the toss and deferred. They will get the ball to start the 3rd quarter. 1-point game. Remigio, I believe, fields it at the 30, makes one man miss, cuts back upfield, and gets all the way to about the 45, 46-yard line. What a nice return for about 16 yards up the left side by Nico Remigio. Commercial break. Got a double dip here. Yeah, you need to capitalize on it every single drive, and you need touchdowns. I would be sick if the Chiefs made it 9-7 after all of this. If they drive downfield and just kick another field goal, I might be sick. Agala, thanks again for the 10. Casey Medic, Tobias, James with the 2. Don't worry, Henry's going to mess up soon enough. A punch out on Henry would be excellent. Now, there's still a lot of time left in the second quarter because both teams, I believe, have all 3 timeouts. You have the 2-minute warning. There's a lot of time left here. 9-7 is still winning. Yeah, but you need touchdowns. This is the number 1 offense in the NFL that averages 37 points a game. Of course, it's still winning. I just need a touchdown. Hinata said, get ready to be sick. All right, I'm going to get the trash can ready. If they score another field goal, I might have to get a beer. And I try not to drink during games. I just want my mind sharp. But yeah, winning is winning. And if you got to win 15 to... What is happening over here? FLDB, what's going on over here, man? What does this mean?
We got to get it done. I don't know what else to do. Let's just try some different things, Is
this going to help, you think?
Maybe. I mean, we'll see.
He just randomly put the helmet on. So I had to flip to him. Oh, let's go. Hey, if they score a touchdown on this drive, you're wearing the helmet the rest of the game. Just so you know. That was awesome. Kevin with the 2. Do you know if Xavier Worthy's on a snap count? I don't know. They didn't really say anything, but it seems like he's been out there quite a bit. He's your leading receiver. Right now, 1 was the deep ball, but he's been targeted 3 times. So he's tied for first in targets with Brashard Smith. They both have 3 apiece. Kelly with the 32-month Redbeard tier subscription. Appreciate you. I'm sniffing a Chiefs win today. Please, touchdown incoming. Also, happy to see the Chargers lose to the Giants. Nice helmet, FLDV. Any given Sunday, Chargers lost to the Giants. Not a lot of people think the Chiefs can beat the Ravens. Let's see what happens here. Ruski, I'm glad 74 isn't doing penalties. Cross fingers. Please. A couple other super chats. I'll get to them in a minute here. Back from commercial break. Mahomes under center, fakes the handoff to Kareem Hunt, and it's an end around to Worthy, and he's got room. He made one man miss. He's at the 40, 30, 25-yard line and out of bounds. Again, with whatever this means. I don't know what it means, but I like it. You fake the handoff. It's an end around to Worthy. You missed that elite speed, and that went for 30, maybe more. I'm horrible at guesstimating. It went for 35. Actually, wasn't that far off. Mike Caliendo reported in as eligible there. I think they set up an extra lineman potentially on the opposite side. So you show you're going heavy to one side and it's an end around opposite direction to Worthy. Work 22. You're going to hand it up to Brashard Smith up the middle. Is that the first handoff I've seen to Brashard Smith up the middle? I think that went for about... Well, it only went for 3. It looked a bit more. Long ball Chiefs, said Allen with the 7. I like that a lot. Southern with the 5. I feel like our offense is fixing to wake up. Let's go Chiefs. Need to. This defense has weaknesses. It has holes. And that's why I say you need touchdowns, because the Ravens offense can make you pay on any given play, but Spags and them have looked really good so far. Magic, said Oinky with the 5. Let's go. They fake the handoff. Mahomes rolls out. It hits Kelsey. He's at the 10. 5. Let's go. That was, I think, a play action rollout to the left. Hits Kelsey crossing the field. Kelsey was lined up in line, faked like he was going to block, cut. Looks quick out there. Catches, turns up field for about 5 more. Mahomes hit him perfectly in stride while rolling left. Bro, we need a touchdown here. First and goal. At the 5. At the 6, rather. Mahomes in the gun. 2 options to his right. They got Robert Tonyan in motion. They hand it up the gut to Kareem Hunt. That's kind of what I want to see a little bit more of. Do it again. Jenkins lost his helmet. Ravens defensive lineman. Yeah. Trey Smith got Looks like he lost his rep there. Kind of blew up that run. That was just my view from the initial replay. Could be wrong. Don't you dare take the helmet off. This is the way. That's what Mike said with the 2. 2nd and goal. Mahomes in the gun. He had Hollywood in motion, but goes back to his original side. Fires. Caught! Touchdown, Juju! Keep the helmet on! Keep the freaking helmet on. Let's go, Chiefs. Let's go! Oh! Oh! Let's go! I don't know what just happened. I just spanked the stairs. I've never done that one in my life. I don't know what happened. I don't know what came over me, but I got that out of my system. We got a touchdown. Let's freaking go, dude. We need an extra point made by Butker here. It is right down the middle. 13-7. Oh my gosh. Let's go. Mahomes rifled that, by the way, into the middle of the field. Absolute bullet. Let's go, man. Defense is showing up. Forced a turnover. Forced a punt on that drive. The crowd was helping. Man, what a drive by the Kansas City Chiefs. That went 5 plays, 56 yards in 2 minutes and 45 seconds. The offense just looks so much more efficient. Yeah, they look so much more efficient with Worthy out there. I haven't seen much from Thornton yet, but let's see what happens. Man, I love that. Touchdown, Juju. Good game. Or good Juju. LMAO. Heck yeah, let's go, Southern. Thank you for the 2. Dorian with the 2. Do you think we can get first place in the AFC? It's going to be an uphill battle because the Bills have a really easy schedule. Or not maybe a really easy schedule, but they have one of the easiest divisions, if not the easiest division in all of football. I'm sure they won today and might be. Are they? What is the Bills' record? Are they 4-0? I'm looking it up. Yeah, the Bills are 4-0. I think the Bills probably have the best shot right now. But yeah, they could lose a couple games. Chiefs have to win a lot. It's not out of reach. It's not impossible. But right now, you just need to beat the Ravens. 1 week at a time, baby. Let's go. Justin with the 2 said, keep that helmet on. That's what he said. Dustin with the 2. Oh, yeah, I already read that. Thank you, Dustin. And then Ellie with the 10 gifted bomb. With the 10 gifted. Chris Wright with the 33 months. So let's freaking go. Renewal said, I made it. Yes, you did. Ian L with the 12 bomb. Thank you, man. Justin with the membership. Hank D's with the 24 months. Cole with the stare spank. Let's go. I've never done that one before. My hand actually stings. I unleashed fury on the steps, man. I don't know why. That was pretty funny. Yeah, I did. I was doing that mid-fight song, too. I was doing the chant, dude, and just stopped to spank the stairs. Oh, hey, it's better than taking the Andy Reid football and spiking it, okay? I just punished the steps. I have this, too. I've got the bad call brick, my dad's bad call brick from the 90s. If we need to spike something, I will take this and throw this brick down. All right, 13-7, Chiefs up. They get the ball at half, too, but a lot of game left in the second quarter. Ravens field the kickoff around the 5, shoot up the left side, and are going to get to 32-yard line, 33-yard line, somewhere around there. You've got the 2-minute warning. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. In a perfect world, the Chiefs stop the Ravens on this drive. The Chiefs get the ball back and go score more points before half, even if it's a field goal to go up 16-7. That would be absolutely excellent. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate y'all. Cole chopped the stairs. I was just having fun. Got to have fun, too. You got Lamar in the gun, 3 out wide to his right. 1st and 10 at the 32. Crowd's getting loud. Lamar, quick pass, and it hit the ground. It was towards Hill, left side, and I don't think it got fully to his hands. Hit the ground. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. Raven with the 2 said, keep the dang helmet on. We will cut him back with the helmet on for sure, but the thing is he needs better vision than Isaiah Pacheco for the scoreboard because that helmet limits his vision a little bit. So he's got it off right now, but he'll put it back on, promise. All right, 2nd and 10, high snap. Lamar sets up a screen, and it's batted down. It was another screen set up for Derrick Henry and deflected by the big old fingertips of Chris Jones, I believe. Or was that a Minihue? They're showing a Minihue. No, it was Chris Jones with the tip. Ronnie Stanley is questionable to return with an ankle injury. He tried to give it a go in this game, but it's still bothering him. He did not practice Wednesday, Thursday, limited Friday, listed as questionable, tried to give it a go. It's not feeling great right now. So you've got Joseph Noteboom, the backup left tackle in, and Lamar Jackson and company facing a 3rd and 10. Chiefs are going to bring some pressure. Lamar is going to snake out to the right, and he's got room to run, and he's going to be stopped 2 yards shy. Do the Ravens go for it on 4th down at their own 40? I think they're going to want to. Gosh, man, Lamar is so good at just if you give him a little bit of room to run, he's gonna dance around and he's gonna sprint up and try to make something happen. It's actually 4th and 1. 4th and 1. The crowd's going bonkers. The Ravens are huddled up. Get to the line. 4th and 1. Here we go. They say it's a long 4th and 1. The helmet is on for FLDB, by the way. We're trying. Lamar in the gun. Chiefs bring pressure. Lamar throws it off of his back leg, out of bounds. Turnover on downs. Let's go! Ah! Oh my gosh. Bolton blitzed. Chamari Connor blitzed. Nowhere to go, and Lamar Jackson throws it away on 4th and 1, and the helmet. FLDB put the helmet on for this one play.
Yes, I did. This is the way. This is the way.
Bro, we got some weird Star Wars juju going on for this stream, but it's working. Dude, Spags. Oh my gosh, the defense is playing out of their mind. Bro, Chiefs ball with 3 minutes to go. 3 timeouts, the 2-minute warning. And by the way, the Ravens went for it at their own 40-yard line. They went for it at their own 40. It's Chiefs ball in field goal range right now. Timothy with the 10. I think the Birds game planned to focus on Thornton, thinking Worthy would be limited, so Worthy and others are opening up. Ooh, that's actually good feedback, Timothy, without looking at the film or anything like that. You're probably right. Thornton is getting a lot of attention because he's been seen getting open time and time again, and it's opening up other opportunities in this offense, including Worthy, a very dangerous threat. Oh my gosh. This is freaking awesome. Everybody always says that Lamar sometimes looks like he forgets how to play football against the Chiefs. I don't think he forgets how to play football. I think Spags just has an excellent game plan against him, and there's a reason why Lamar is 1-5 against the Kansas City Chiefs in his career. Spags is a very good DC. They have a very good game plan in a lot of these games. It's not over by any stretch of the imagination, but he's coaching excellent right now through the first half of this game, and now it's about for both teams. Okay, Lamar will be on the sideline right now looking at the tablet. What are they doing? What are they changed, or how can we pivot and maneuver off that, which is hard because they're bringing pressure, so they're trying screens. Well, Chris Jones bats it down, or Lamar just misses on the first throw. He's just low. It's incomplete. And they are searching for answers right now. The Ravens went 9 plays, 70 yards for a touchdown. Then went 6 plays, 42 yards INT. Since then, 4 plays, 6 yards punt. 4 plays, 9 yards punt. Wow. Turnover on, or not a punt, turnover on downs. My bad. Even better than a punt. The helmet is on for FLDB as Mahomes and company take the field. You've got Mahomes in the gun, 3 options to the right. Mahomes steps back to throw. He's going to uncork it deep downfield and just overthrows Worthy by... I mean, he overthrew him, but it wasn't by much. And he won, too. Man, he won that route. FLDB has to wear the helmet the rest of the season. Work, bed, dinner, shower. Said Cap with the 5. All right, FLDB, you're in for it now, brother. I think there's a few more super chats I'll get to in a second here. 2nd and 10, though, after that incompletion. Mahomes in the gun, empty once again. Pacheco lined out wide to the left. Blitz coming. Lofted to Kelsey. Caught all the way down to the 25. Kelsey almost. Like, he didn't get tripped up there. I don't know that he would have housed it, but he would have had a lot more yards after the catch there. My gosh, Casey's cooking. I said if you want to win this game, there was blitz pressure coming. Right side, Mahomes saw it, drifted back, threw off of his back leg as he got hit. Perfect little lofted ball to Travis Kelce, middle of the field, in coverage against Roquan Smith, I believe. So that's 0, right? Is Roquan 0? Yeah, it is. That's not a great matchup, to be honest with you. Roquan on Kelce. 1st and 10. 2 minutes and 17 seconds left in the half, and what happened? Is there a timeout? I heard whistles, but I don't know what's going on. Holy smokes. I'm so clipping Cole's touchdown, Selly, punching stairs. I don't know what came over me, Hannah. Thank you for the 2. Yeah, Cap said with the 5 that you got to wear that helmet the rest of the year. He's got it on right now. Revenant with the 2. Where's Noel? Defense playing good, though? I don't know. Has he not been in the game, like, at all? Taylor with the 2. Cole, can you please do Denver versus KC with Perna? That would be fun. I'm open to it if he wants to do it. Roquan Smith was injured on that play, guys. He's the one that tackled Kelce. Slow to get up. He is walking off the field on his own power, which is good. I don't know. Did he come into this game on the injury report? I don't remember off the top of my head. Man, dude, the Chiefs need a touchdown here bad. You go up 20-7 and you get the ball to start the 3rd quarter. They're moving right now. You're at the 25-yard line. Mahomes in the gun. Pacheco to his left. Mahomes got 2 to his left. Nope. Brashard Smith goes in motion, so he's got 3. It's a quick pass to Brashard Smith behind the line of scrimmage. He shakes off, spins off a 1 tackle, gets about 4. 2-minute warning. Timothy with the 10 gifted and the membership and the $10 bomb. Timothy going absolutely nuclear, like I think the Chiefs offense is going to go right now in a second here for another touchdown. Mr. Incredible with the 5. FLDB and the Mando helmet is the best Star Wars content I've seen in years. He still just got it on. Oh, this is good stuff, man. We need a touchdown here. Oh, boy. Marlon Humphrey is now questionable to return with a calf injury. Yeah, injuries are really piling up. Marlon Humphrey is now questionable to return with a calf injury. You already had Kyle Van Noy ruled out of this game. Ronnie Stanley, their left tackle, out of this game, or is questionable to return with an ankle after trying to give it a go. Nnamdi Madubuike, their best defensive tackle, is on IR. I mean, the injuries are just really piling up for the Ravens. And with that being said, I don't wish injuries, don't want injuries ever for any team, no matter who it is. But with the injuries like this happening, the Chiefs just have to continue to take advantage of it because, again, the Ravens on the other side of that football, very high-powered offense that Spags and company have been doing a great job with and against, but they can score on any given drive at any given time. So if you could go up 20 here, 20-7 and really force the Ravens to need to press a little bit, that's where you can force even more errors, even more mistakes. Cooper with the 5. Seems like Spags tends to let one score to begin the game and absolutely locks the... And Yeah, I mean, the opening drive, it's the scripted plays for the offense, right? They come in with that first 15 or whatever it is, and it's all scripted. But from there, it's all about adjustments in real time. Jamie, thank you so much for the membership after Cooper and Mr. Incredibles 5s. Appreciate you. Dub Freak with the 2. FLDB needs his own theme music and animation. We can't do Star Wars music or we will get hit by copyright, but we do need some sort of like Star Wars sounding music when we cut to him wearing this helmet. Bro, we need to deck that out and make it like Chiefs. We need to
I can look into it. I can look into it.
I'll pay for it, bro. It's the lucky helmet this year. All right, we're back from commercial break. Chiefs at the 22. Mahomes in the gun, empty. Pacheco lined out wide to the left here, bottom of the screen. Actually, they're going to motion Pacheco back to the opposite side of the field. Pressure coming again. Mahomes throws off of his back leg and just out of the... it was out of Worthy's reach. Okay, Worthy was the target. I was trying to see if I could get a better view of it. Mahomes was just trying to give Worthy a chance, who was crossing, I think, from the right to the left. Threw it up into the end zone and just couldn't get it there. The Ravens have been bringing a little bit more pressure. I mean, on multiple plays in this drive. Now the Chiefs need to counter. Ryu with the 2. I know that helmet is hard to breathe in, so thank you. FLDB with more compliments. Juan, thank you for the membership. The Redbeard tier. Come on, Juan. Thank you, man. 3rd and 6. Important down here. Mahomes in the gun. Juju to his left. The pocket does hold, and Mahomes is going to roll right. Fires it to Kareem Hunt on a scramble drill. All the way to the 10. Tackled at the 7-yard line. Mahomes was acting like he was going to legit scramble right. Points like this, and Kareem Hunt just starts taking off down the field. And Mahomes just lofts it. Boom. Caught. Let's go, man. That was huge. That was a 3rd and 6. And the time's, I would say the time's ticking, but it's not. The Ravens called a timeout because now they're going to try to preserve some clock to get the ball back here. Oh, man. That was a great play. That was 3rd down. That was a scramble drill all the way. Cleety said, just out of the silent for 10 seconds. I think I malfunctioned. I normally can keep talking, but I glitched. I malfunctioned. You had to Alt-Control, delete my computer's RAM in my brain. Yeah, it's just out of the reach of Xavier Worthy. If the Chiefs score, you have to hit the stairs again. We just keep it all going. Just out of the reach of... It was like a solid, like, long 5-second pause, dude. All right, 1st and goal at the 8. Mahomes under center. Pacheco in the backfield. Maybe you just run it. We're good, said Mahomes. All right, it's actually a play action rollout left. Pacheco goes in untouched. It was a kind of a play action to Pacheco, roll right, who then went right, fired right, left, sorry, all left. It's the inverse of what I was looking at. It was left, throw left. He waltzed in left, untouched for the touchdown. You play heavy, you show run this way, you roll out the opposite to the left, you check it down to Pacheco, and this time he catches it, hauls it in, touchdown. Let's go, man. The extra point is up, and it's good. Yeah, scores on all 4 drives. Oh, my gosh. The Chiefs are firing. It's 20-7 at half. I said, hey, you probably need 30 if you want to win this game. If you put up 30 and you keep it going like this, I mean, it's looking good. There's still a lot of football left. A lot of football left still. And the Ravens, they called a timeout and get the ball. So you've got a minute and a half-ish left in the second half and 2 timeouts for the Baltimore Ravens. Yeah, it's just some excellent... I mean, we've had critiques on the play calling, on some of the execution in this offense, but Worthy's addition, it really helps. We got the helmet on. That's probably helped too. So that's been good. We got Juan with the 20 gifted. Oh my gosh. Timothy with the 10 gifted. Juan with the 20. Dustin with the 2 bomb. All hail the glorious helmet. Look at that bad boy. That's hilarious. We've never, just so you guys know, we keep pointing to the helmet because this is not a bit. This has never been a thing. He just randomly put it on during the stream, so I just cut to him and it's been working. Ever since FLDB put the helmet on, I want to look at something. Ever since he put the helmet on, the Ravens have went 4 plays, 6 yards, punt. Chiefs score a touchdown. 4 plays, 9 yards, turnover on downs. Chiefs score a touchdown. I think that's about right since the helmet has come on for the first time in this game. 20 unanswered points. Let's go. Yeah, you're right. It was 7-0. Quick. Chiefs have scored 20 unanswered. Thank you, Marcus, for the 2. Dave with the 2. Chargers lost today as well. It's a good day so far. Miserda with the 5 bomb. Angry with the 5. Mahomes is not your king. You will not enjoy this. It will be over quick. It will. Oh, wait. Mahomes is not your king. You will not enjoy this. It will not be over quickly. There we go. I was like, what am I reading? That's probably some quote that I don't understand. Do you? No, I didn't know if it was like a Star Wars quote or something. We're waiting for the stair spank. Oh, shoot. Ah! Let's go. 19. EHF with the 2. We have been shown the way. I forgot the spare stank. Spare stank. Stair spank. Bro, we have 2 new bits today. We've got the stair spank and the helmet. Hey, I'm having fun. This is what happens when the Chiefs actually score points. It can be fun. Football can be fun, guys. All right, though, we're back from commercial break. We need another good defensive stand. The kick is in the back of the end zone. So it's going to be, I don't know, was that intentional for some reason? Because they have the ball at the 35 now with that touchback. Chiefs.exe is online. That's it. I rebooted. Universal, thank you for the 2. It's a quote from the movie, 300. Ah, there we go. Mahomes is not your king. You will not enjoy this. It will not be over quickly. I've seen 300, but it's been 25 years or whatever since I've seen it. It's been a minute. Love it. I have a couple missed super chats. I'll get to them in a minute. Appreciate y'all. 1st and 10. Here we go. Ravens at the 35. Lamar in the gun. 3 options bunched to the right. Out wide, though. Lamar has time. Shakes off of a sack. He's going to roll. Still looking to get yards. Scrambles left. After all that, 10 seconds or so off the clock, gets 2 yards. Jeez, he's been looking and looking and looking for targets downfield. Minihue almost got him. Chris Jones was chasing him down there. Mahomes is playing really well, but Derrick Henry only has 4 rushes for 31 yards in this game. We're still missing Rice, and Brashard Smith needs to get more running back touches. This offense will be insane. Back to OG Mahomes. I hope so, Jacob. Thank you so much for the 10. We have been shown the way, 19 EHF. Exactly. Back-to-back 2 bombs. 2nd and 7. Lamar in the gun. 3 options again to his right. Justice Hill to his right in the gun. Chiefs show pressure, but back off of it, and then a delayed screen from Bolton forces a check down. Hill gets about to the line to gain here. It's very close and out of bounds. Bucks fire the cannons. Chiefs smack the stairs. Exactly. I do like the cannon fire from the Bucks. Yeah, it was a delayed blitz there from Bolton right down the middle. McDuffie with the tackle out of bounds on Hill. It's 3rd and 1. Lamar steps back on 3rd and 1, and he wants to throw downfield, but he's going to shimmy. He loses the football. There is a flag on the play. The Chiefs come up with it. It was a fumble, a huge error by Lamar, but what is the flag? Let's see what the flag is. If it's holding on the Ravens, it's Chiefs ball. But if it's holding on the Chiefs, let's see. Holding on offense, penalties declined. Whoa, a costly fumble by Lamar Jackson, who takes his helmet off and slams it down on the sideline. Wow. The Chiefs rush 4, but back off and Leo Chanel spies. Hit from behind. The ball gets popped out. No! Lamar runs into his own lineman, Linderbaum, and the ball just pops out. Tranquil runs or dives onto the ball. It's the Chiefs' ball. They have 3 timeouts with a minute and 20 seconds to go in the second quarter. They get the ball back by half for the start of the third quarter as well. Mahomes in the gun, steps back, fires, caught by Worthy, makes 1 man miss, makes 2 men miss, dives down at the 38-yard line. The Chiefs are going hurry up here. You don't really need to hurry too much. You might be rushing no huddle. You don't allow any changes. No defensive substitutions here. You have all 3 timeouts. In the gun, steps back to throw again. And in the direction of Hollywood, low, incomplete, 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. Doc with the 5. I'm going to say it. Jawan Taylor is playing well. I have a Mountain Dew and chasing it with classic Monster. If you ain't a Chief, then F you. I joke. Oh, I was like, where are we going, Doc Holliday with the 5? You have Mountain Dew and you're chasing it with Monster? Bro, you are about to start climbing on the walls, my friend. 3rd and 2, very important down here for the Chiefs. Only 54 seconds to go in the second quarter. You got to capitalize on this Lamar Jackson fumble. In the gun, Kareem Hunt to his right. They are going to hand it off, and Hunt is going to get enough. Yep, he's needed 2, got like 2.5. I saw the most hilarious quote by Pete Prisco this week, I think of CBS. He said, Kareem Hunt is the type of running back that if he can get 20, he'll get 5. But if he needs 2, he'll also get 5. It's just one of the funniest quotes I've ever seen that, yeah, you're not going to get a bunch of burst, a bunch of broken tackles and stuff from Kareem, but you will get at least a fair minimal gain more times than not. The Chiefs, I believe, ended up calling a timeout there. Their first time out of the half. Some dude with the 10. Here's to hoping for a fat W today and then watching Brandon Poopna and his donkeys lose tomorrow. Also, I appreciate all the content over the years, Cole. Let's freaking go. Dude, thank you, man. Brandon Poopna is a crazy nickname, dude. He's actually a really nice guy. I have a lot of respect for him. I consider him a friend, a colleague in the space for sure. But yeah, I never want to see his team win. No thanks. Unless they were playing the Chargers last week, I would have preferred it, but back from the timeout here is Mahomes in the gun at the 36. Play action to Pacheco. He's got a bunch of time, but he's going to scramble right and get hit from behind for a sack. Loss of like 5. Man, Robinson chased him down like a hyena. Another timeout. That is super unfortunate because you lose 5. Mahomes wanted Kelsey, but had to start scrambling. Coverage sack a little bit there. Man. That's going to be 2nd and 16. Brent, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. David with the 5. Your lives are so cool and I just love what you do. Thanks, man. Appreciate the kind words and I'm glad you guys are having fun. Brent, thanks so much for the 5 gifted. David with the 5 bomb. Appreciate both of y'all. 2nd and 16 after a 6-yard sack. That's pretty unfortunate. Chiefs took a timeout after that, though. And they're at the 42-yard line. Mahomes in the gun. He's got 3 options to his left. He's going to roll left, fires, caught by Hollywood, who gets out of bounds. Maybe a gain of 6. 3rd and 10-ish, we'll say. A little check down, 3rd and 11. A little check down to Hollywood left side. Butker has been great today. Okay, I want to give him credit. But if this sets up a Butker field goal at the end of this, I would love it to be 23-7 at half. All right, 3rd and 11 at the 38. Alert said Mahomes in the gun empty. Kareem Hunt lined up out wide to the left. Pressure is forcing Mahomes to roll right, and he just throws it away. They're going to set up a Harrison Butker field goal. Didn't really do much with that drive, but if anything, the Lamar fumble Yeah, they blitzed an extra guy, forced Mahomes to the right. There was nobody there. He gets out of the pocket, throws it away. But with that Lamar fumble, what you're essentially at least doing here, it's a 56-yard field goal attempt by Butker, is you're not getting giving the opportunity for the Ravens to get any points before half. Come on, Butker. 56-yarder from the left hash. Snap is clean. Kick is no good. Yep. So you miss, and the Ravens get the ball at the 45-yard line. Yeah, 5th miss for Butker. Crazy, man. I think it was the 5th miss. 2 extra points, 2 field goals, and this was the 3rd. He hooked it left a little bit. And this is one of those things where it's like he's been perfect, but he's normally automatic. 56-yarder is not a chip shot, okay? But the Ravens are going to get the ball back at the 47-yard line. Lamar Jackson is going to scramble up in the pocket, and he's at the 40, all the way to the 35, lowers his shoulder, takes a shot, and now just like that, the Ravens are in field goal range. A 18-yard scramble up the middle. $18-yard run up the middle, and the Ravens, just like that, after the Chiefs really, I mean, they kind of soiled their joggers on offense on that drive. I mean, didn't really help Butker there. Lamar Jackson, by the way, took a huge hit on that scramble, right to the shoulder. But the offense did nothing there. Didn't really help Butker, but it's his 5th miss in 4 games. And now, just like that, they get field position. 18-yard run has them at the 37-yard line. 1 timeout. Lamar in the gun throws. Mark Andrews catch. Run up the field for maybe 7? Insane, man. 2nd and 4, 13 seconds left in the half. Every point matters in this game. That miss on Butker, again, it was a 56-yarder, but it's his 5th miss in 4 games. That was a tough one. Lamar Jackson and company now at the 30. 13 seconds left. You've got a timeout, too. 2nd and 4. Chiefs are showing a lot of pressure. Do they bring it? Lamar takes a shot, left side, and pass broken up. He was trying to target DeAndre Hopkins. Noel Williams in coverage, by the way, the rookie. Trying to target D-Hop one-on-one. And, man, Noel Williams, I think D-Hop kind of almost became the defensive back in coverage there. He wanted a flag for some contact. Looked like a little contact from both sides. Kind of fair with the no call. 3rd and 4. 9 seconds. You can take one more shot here to do something. You don't want your kicker out of field goal range, though. The Chiefs rush 4. Quick pass from Lamar, caught by Mark Andrews for the first down. 3 seconds to go. They call a timeout. So instead of the Chiefs being up 23-7 by halftime, Butker's miss gives the Ravens the opportunity to make this a 10-point game rather than that's a 6-point swing. That's a big lack of just top-end execution from a guy that's been automatic for a long time. Harrison Butker's the highest-paid field goal kicker in the NFL. Highest-paid kicker in the NFL. 43-yard attempt, meanwhile, for the Ravens rookie, who had longtime veteran Justin Tucker, released him this offseason and drafted their new kicker here. From the left hash, 43-yarder. The kick is up, right down the middle. Perfect. Cool. So instead of a 16-point game, it's just a 10-point game. Yep. I mean, the Chiefs get the ball to start the 3rd quarter. That's the momentum, a little bit of good momentum for the Ravens there. Crazy, dude. there's a lot of positives from this half. The end of the half sucked. Not going to lie to you. Let's see, how are you guys feeling right now? Hannah with the 2. Butker, it's officially time to worry about him. 5th miss in 4 games, man. Tobias with the 5. Butker needs therapy. I don't know what he needs. Something's going on, though. Plasmality, you've been a major doomer these past few weeks. No, I'm just keeping it real, brother. I got to address the issues. I'm not going to gloss over them. I'm not going to gloss over Butker missing 5 kicks in 4 games. I'm not going to gloss over the fact that the Chiefs, heading into this game, had the least explosive running back room in the NFL and had also the least explosive running back room in the NFL last year. I'm not going to gloss over that the Chiefs' defensive line has not really been getting home. So I'm not going to gloss over the problems, but I'm also going to give props where props is due. I feel like Spags is playing a great game, coaching a great game. They are executing. Noel Williams has some bright spots. I think Brashard Smith, seeing an increase of his snaps has been good. So there's definitely some positives here. The offense already has 20 points in the first half, and they've averaged 20 points per game heading into this one. So a lot of great stuff, a little deflated at the end of the half. But if you want to be frustrated with me for calling it like I see it and being real, I'm going to go ahead and let you be frustrated with me because I don't really care. Yep, defense is on point. That's right, James. I mean, really, like, the Butker thing is concerning. The offense did him 0 favors on that drive either. The offense went 7 plays, 10 yards on that drive before. Rave with the 10. Cole, when you go back and review the game, pay attention to Butker kicking motion, especially with the plant leg. It looks inconsistent, especially on longer kicks. Okay, Rave, I definitely will. Dave Tobe talked about that this week. He was saying that Butker they're like working on where he hits the ball. I don't really know what's going on with that, but they're just saying he's not hitting the ball always where he needs to, and it's been a little bit of an issue that they are trying to work through. Only up by 10, said B. Riley with the 2. Have a bad feeling about the second half. Well, the Chiefs start with the ball third quarter. But yeah, instead of a 16-point game, potentially, it's now a 10-point game. That's a huge little blessing there by the Ravens. And, the Chiefs' defense has been awesome. But that last drive by Baltimore, they went 5 plays, 29 yards, got into field goal range. And Tyler Loop was their kicker. He kicked it right down the middle. So you got to give some props to them. And the other stuff with the Chiefs, too, it's still early. They're finding their identity. They played the Chargers close. They played the Eagles close. We already know that you are down Worthy, you're down Rice. So there's reasons why there's been some issues. But I do think if Brashard Smith keeps trending in this direction, that's going to bode more positively for the run game, especially if Mahomes can connect on some deep balls downfield, which he's been doing. That's going to open up the middle and help the run game be a little bit more effective for sure. OG Cannabis with a 2. We're winning, and people still complaining. I mean, I think it's okay to give critique where critique is due, but also still give some props and praise where it's due. You always want to try to be even-keeled with it, but I would be dishonest if I said the end of the half and how that played out wasn't a bit deflating, wasn't a bit of a momentum swing for the Ravens. Now, the Chiefs can come out in the third quarter, their offense, and they could score a touchdown to open the third quarter, and it's a 17-point game. But it also, if they score a touchdown on the opening drive in the third quarter, could have been a 23-point game. So it's just, against a team this good, you've got to execute at a very high level here. But there's a lot of positives to take away. Like I won't just sit here and say it's all bad because it's not. Again, they scored 20 points in the first half. They're averaging 20 points a game. Now the Ravens' defense is also one of the worst in the NFL at points allowed. But let's get into this for a second here. Lamar, 12 for 18, 108 yards. Touchdown interception by Leo Chanel. So props to him. And a fumble that was recovered by Drew Tranquil. So the linebackers are playing excellent. I think the bright spot of this defense right now, sure, there's other aspects of it too, but the linebackers. Nick Bolton, several key timed blitzes on Lamar. Leo Chanel with the INT. Drew Tranquil with the fumble recovery. They're holding the Ravens to... I mean, Lamar has 5 carries for 41 yards, but the running backs, like Derrick Henry has 4 for 31 with a long of 14. Justice Hill has 1 for 4. Zay Flowers has a few catches. Justice Hill. Mark Andrews only has, he has 5 catches, but just for 26 yards, so he's not like lighting you up. They're more checkdowns, intermediate stuff. Then I don't think Likely's even been targeted. They are still dealing with some injuries on the defensive side of the ball. If we switch to the Chiefs, Mahomes is 15 for 25, 166 yards, 2 TDs, which on Underdog, there's a reason why I said hit the higher. Hit the higher on Mahomes' 1.5 passing touchdowns. Got it. Kelsey's receptions. Got it. Derrick Henry has scored a rushing touchdown in the last 7 of 8 games. If I don't hit this parlay on Underdog because the Chiefs defense shows up and prevents Derrick Henry from scoring a rushing touchdown, I am going to gladly take that L, okay? I will gladly lose on that parlay for that. Where am I? Sorry, I had 3 ESPN tabs open. Worthy has 1 carry for 35 yards. Worthy has 85 yards from scrimmage right now on 4 touches. 3 catches for 50. Kelsey has 4 for 41. Brashard Smith, 3 for 27. I love to see Brashard Smith more involved in the pass game. Absolutely love to see it. Feel like the defense is playing well. Leo with the INT. Nico had a pretty one solid punt return there. Now, Butker has made 5 kicks. 4. He's 4 of 5. But this is his 5th miss in 4 games. So it's a little bit of a concern for Butker for sure. Let's see, 3rd down conversions. Ravens are 3 for 6. Chiefs are 3 for 8, but they're 2 for 2 on 4th down. Pretty even on some of these. The Chiefs have 1 less drive, but they've had longer drives. So they've got 8 more plays. They're averaging 5.7 yards per play compared to the Ravens' 6. What else do we got? Red zone, Chiefs are 2 for 3. Ravens are 1 for 1, but they have 2 turnovers. The turnover battle is key. They have an INT and a fumble lost, and the Chiefs did turn at least one of those into points. All in all, the Chiefs are up by 10. I would love for them to come out in the 3rd quarter here and get some more points up on the board and extend that lead a little bit, make it a little more comfortable. Make it a little more comfortable. FLDB, you want to give some thoughts real quick, brother? I'm just going to run to the restroom and get ready for the second half here. You good?
Yep. Hey. Yes, sir. It's looking really good compared to every other game this season so far. 20 in the first half, that hasn't happened in I don't know how long. We do need to see some more running, I think. We haven't ran the ball at all. I don't know how many rushes we have, but it's not a lot. Maybe 5. So that's the helmet. I know the helmet, it's right here, but I'm going to save that for some plays later to make sure we try to get that luck back. Just said, this is the way. Yeah. And then just stood here for miles or for minutes. Sorry. So, I do need Pacheco. I have an Underdog as well, and I need Pacheco to get some touches. So hopefully he gets some rushes. We are up. And the Ravens have, like Cole had said, one of the worst run defenses in the league, and their defensive line is hurt. So we really need them to start running the ball. I think that would benefit us. Let's look at chat and see what we got. Outback the helmet. I know it's right here. Always confused. Yeah, I am always confused because they should be, doing some things that we hope they can do, and they just seems like the coaching staff goes a different direction. I rotate it off. Butker is. He's missed a lot. I don't know what it is. Last year he did have to change his stance, the way he kicked the ball, and it's something that he just needs to fix. The ball hooked left, and if it was on target, I think it would have got blocked because the defense was really on that left side. So, no Jawan Taylor penalties. Don't just leave that there. Don't jinx it. But he's been looking pretty good today. Pop got 2 carries so far. Yes, I need 10. So feed the ball. Let's give 10 rushes this drive. Back to back to back. Juju has been good, and if that ball didn't get tipped, I think Juju, it would have been on target. So back coming
I
off
don't know
his
why my
foot.
camera won't zoom
Maybe.
in or focus in on me. Hello, camera. I'm a human being. I promise. There we go.
Noel wants that job. Yeah, Noel's been doing really well. I mean, good coverage. It seems like he's a good tackler too.
Heck yeah, man. I don't know how many snaps some of these guys have been playing. It's hard to, when I'm calling the game, note everything, but I'm just going to focus or switch a couple of these angles real quick, make sure they look good. I'm going to sit for a little, and then I've been in a good rhythm. We stand for the first half. I've been then sitting for some of the second, and then when it gets a little intense, stand back up. Yeah, half didn't end. Half didn't end perfectly for KC, but I'm very happy so far, like all things considered. Mike Gerber, most games we are a second half team too, though. I mean, we'll take a better second half than a first half for sure. We'll take a touchdown on this opening drive. Go up 17.
That put almost out of reach. I mean, not realistically, no, but it would really be difficult for them to come back, I think, because Lamar seems to struggle more with the passing for whatever reason, especially against the Chiefs. They always struggle against us.
Hannah with the 5, positive takeaway. Spag's game plan is diabolical. The fake spy, pass rush, confusing the heck out of the Ravens. Our linebackers are playing with fire. Yeah, so something Spags has been doing, guys, is he's been pretending like some of these guys are rushing, but then he's having a random guy back out of the rush and spy Lamar. And it's not always the same guy. So it's been pretty interesting to note because Lamar's thinking, oh, these guys are rushing. I know my lane could be here or there if things get dicey to be able to scramble out. But they're backing some of these guys out after they begin their pass rush rep, which is very intriguing. Yeah, I love that. Confusing the heck out of the Ravens. Linebackers are playing with fire, 100%. Marcus, thank you for the gifted. Appreciate you, man. Mike Gerber with the 2. Rave with the 5. I wonder if the kicking issue could also be from how he's having to hit the ball in a different spot on kickoffs. Punter might need to do kickoffs. Yeah, somebody else was talking about that during the Tuesday Q&A, just talking about the kickers are not only, like, you don't kick the ball the same way on kickoffs as field goals, which maybe you never did anyway because it was on a tee, but they're now trying to put spin on the ball and do, like, just different unique stuff on kickoffs. So some people are wondering, hey, could that be affecting some of these kickers and their field goals? Maybe. Maybe for sure. Scott with the 5. If Lamar didn't fumble and D held to a field goal 20-10, we'd all be elated. Perfect, no, but playing great. For sure. I think it was just not capitalizing on that. And then with them having 30 seconds left to go and score a field goal was a little bit of a deflator, but it's fine. We are starting the second half here. The ball is kicked up and caught. Brashard Smith is going to try to switch field, and he's got a little bit of room. He broke a tackle, and he's down to the 36-yard line. That was a great return there by the Kansas City Chiefs. I said Scott, but it's so kicked. I don't know how to say your name. I need to know how. You got to tell me next time if you ever do a super chat just how to pronounce it so I can do it correctly. Hannah with the 2. FLDB, put the helmet back on now. Deke with the 32 months. Yo, Cole, Seth Kaiser called the yips. Are you nervous about Harrison Butker yet? Will they bring in a practice squad kicker? I don't know about that, but I am a little nervous. 1st and 10, Worthy in motion. They fake the pop pass. No, they do give him the ball on a pop pass, and he kind of falls down awkwardly after a gain of about 6. That was weird. He kind of like fell. He was like going forward, just like fell to the ground. That was odd. Yeah, we'll see about the kicker stuff with Butker. The reality is he still made 4 kicks today, or 3 of his 4 kicks, or 4 of his 5, whatever it is. But the 5th miss in 4 games is a little concerning, and 1 doinked in last week, if you remember. 2nd and 5. Mahomes in the gun. Pacheco next to him on the right. They're going to hand it off to Pacheco, and he is going to barrel his way forward for, I think, 5 yards and a first down, which we're going to take that. We're going to take that all day. Thank you for the 32 months, Deke. Timothy with the 5. Cole, where do you get your jerseys? All these in the back are from Chiefs Bids. Official partner with the Chiefs themselves in the Chiefs app, and you can get mystery boxes and all kinds of stuff through them. That was a nice little 5-yard run by Pacheco. We'll see what... okay, it is 3rd and 1. They did not give him the first down. I think his knee hit a little early. And... uh-oh. We have a penalty on the Chiefs on 3rd and 1. Pre-snap penalty. Great. Oh, wait. Sorry, we don't know. Andy Reid's talking with the officials right now. He wants to challenge the spot. Okay. So he must have heard from the booth up above, Andy did. So from the Chiefs booth, saying, hey, you need to challenge that. I would challenge that. Ooh, I think they're going to win that. I think they're going to win that challenge. That was a good challenge. Yeah, you were furious, I saw.
No, I mean, watching the replays, he was there. Like, his knee wasn't down. The ball was over the 40-yard or the 45-yard line. Sorry. It was there. So, I don't know. That was a bad call. So,
well, I was a little like, man, Andy Reid's challenging that this early in the game, but seeing the replay, I do have some more confidence. Do you guys think that was a first down? It looks like it, kind of. Dave with the membership. Appreciate you, man. Better be overturned. It looks like it's a first down. I think it is a first. I hope so. Let me come back to you guys. Nice. No doubt. Got it. First down. That's a first. Yes. Good challenge. Easy first. Are you live on Twitch? No, I just stream on YouTube right now. I have thought about pushing out to Twitch sometimes. It's helmet time. Everybody's screaming helmet. The helmet's on. I say it's a Chiefs first down, said Southern with the 2, Mike with the 2. Remember, Chiefs get all the calls. Yeah, anybody that watches the Chiefs like us, we know that they're not really, they don't benefit from more flags than the average team. They're pretty middle of the pack, maybe slightly above average in some metrics, but there's really no metrics to verify and back that up. And I know you're trolling, but just it's a little overblown because of all the Chiefs' success. Just call me Socket. You're the best, Cole. Okay, Socket. I'll take that. Thank you, Socket. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, every time I saw your name, I'm like, I don't know how to pronounce it. I know I'm mispronouncing it, so thank you. I hope so. This is like a long commercial break for the challenge. It's taking so long. They did win it. Nice. All right, great challenge by Andy then. I was a little nervous at first. Hi with the 99 cents. The message got retracted, though, so I don't know what he said, but I appreciate the 99. Splat with the 2. Sit down, bro. Why are you standing? I am sitting down. What are you talking about? Mahomes in the gun. Hands it off on first down to Pacheco, and he's got room. This is the longest run of Isaiah Pacheco this season for 12 yards. I think that was the longest Chiefs run of the season by 1 yard. That was a great run up the middle. Great blocking by the O-line. Again, the Ravens are a little depleted along the interior. But if you can run 12 yards like that, 5+ yards a pop, we're going to take that all day, every day. Pro Dan Man with the membership. Thank you, brother. 1st and 10. Cross midfield now at the 43. Mahomes in the gun. Brashard Smith to his right. Mahomes steps back to throw. He's got some time. He chucks it. Wide open. Xavier Worthy. He's at the 20. 15. I thought he was going to juke and get more yards, but he juked and stopped and then just stepped out of bounds. 28-yard from Mahomes to Worthy. Worthy is absolutely feasting. Dude, his defensive back in coverage fell over. Holy smokes. That was a great patience by Mahomes, really, to stay in the pocket there. Sometimes he gets happy feet and will bail or get off of his reads, but he stood in there. Great completion. Under center now at the 15-yard line. Pacheco's then in the backfield. They're going to hand it off to him, and he's going to push his way forward for maybe 4 yards. Jerry, thank you for the membership as well. Splat with the 2 said, sit down, bro, why are you standing? So if you don't know, I do have back issues, and I've had back issues for a few years. So I have a sit-stand desk. I alternate between sitting and standing all day, every day when I work, when I record my videos, when I do my live streams. I will go and just kind of switch between it because of the back problems that I've had the past few years. I like to stand anyway. Like, I would prefer that. It's more energy. All right, here we go. 2nd and 6 at the 12. Brashard Smith was lined up out wide, but gets motioned back next to Mahomes in the gun. 3 out wide to his right, though. Looks right, fires, caught, touchdown. What a play. Tyquan Thornton, back of the end zone. Another score from Thornton. He's not just the deep threat guy. That was a statement drive. Statement drive. That's up 17 if you make the extra point here. Wow. Yeah, that was a great design because they had Tyquan Thornton lined up on the slot on the left side or the right side, and he kind of just streaked to the back of the end zone, but the middle guy cut like to the middle of the field and causing the defender to bite, and it left Thornton open, and Harrison Butker just made his extra point but almost missed it. What is going on with Butker? Yeah, Butker almost missed that extra point, dude. I mean, we're going to take it. He made it, but you're up 17 now, too. So, great. Let's go, man. That's what we said. You need a touchdown on this drive. Look at this. When did you put that helmet on? Did you put it on before the touchdown?
No, before the commercial break. Like right before the challenge was won, I put it on right then.
So you had the helmet on the rest of the drive from the challenge on?
Yes.
Helmet again.
This is the way. This is the way.
Heck yeah. Helmet is on, ladies and gentlemen. Got him done. 17-point game. I literally said in my preview, Chiefs need touchdowns, multiple, and they probably need around 30 points to win. Well, there is 11 minutes and 51 seconds to go in the third quarter, and they almost have 30 points. There's still a lot of game left. It is not over, okay? But getting this many points and the defense playing as great as they have, this is a huge blessing. Cole, what did I say about the run game opening up the deep passes? Props to Andy for not abandoning the run. Absolutely. Against this defense with the injuries, you have to run, and you're going to have to keep running regardless of kind of who's back there sometimes. I like they've been increasing Brashard Smith's reps. Like that a lot. Pacheco just had a really good run. Props to him for that. Socket with the 5. You're going to have to deal with the Chiefs. We so bag, baby. Let's go. This is a great game so far. Neither of these teams want to go to 1-3. I mean, you really need to come out of this game with a W if you're the Chiefs. And it helps that the Chargers lost. That's awesome. When do the Broncos play? Do you know, FLDB?
They play tomorrow. Tomorrow night.
They're back-to-back Monday night games. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Both. Okay, so both the Broncos and the Raiders. It's a doubleheader. Okay. Yeah, we'll be hate watching tomorrow night. That's for sure. Turbo guy with the 2. If we look like this with just Worthy back, I can't wait to get Rashee Rice back. Facts. Yeah, he's going to open up even more, which is awesome. Spank those stairs, said Duchess with the 20. Frick, they're about to do the kickoff. I didn't go all the way wide, so I don't even know if you saw the whole thing, but the kickoff was caught at the 5 by Hill, stumbles forward down at about the 30-yard line. What is going on over here? What is this? Okay, so Darrell with the 2 said, Butker's reliable. What about Ariza? I don't know. He held last year, too. And even before Butker's knee injury, I think was looking pretty good. It's been since the post-knee injury, but could be a little issues going on. They're going to hand it off to Derrick Henry, by the way, on first down from I formation. Brian Cook had a huge hit, gain of 5 after a left side run by Henry. Casey, come. My dog's like, what's going on? You keep running back to the back of the room and hitting the stairs. Chief DeLorean stairs slap. Cole, FLDB must wear helmet, must shower with it, said Aaron with the 2. Mike with the 2. Spear and magic helmet. Elmer Fudd, Bugs Bunny. Man, let's go. 2nd and 5 for the Ravens here. Lamar in the gun. Henry next to him. Motion Zay Flowers to the right. And they're going to fake the handoff, and Lamar's going to keep it, go right side, and get 7, maybe 8. You needed 5, so you move the chains regardless. Duchess, thank you again for the 20. I spanked the stairs. We've got a couple new crazy things going on in this stream here. One positive from Rasheed's suspension. It gave Mahomes time to develop a rapport with Thornton and Hollywood Brown, too. More than you would think, because they would have been buried a little bit deeper in the rotation. And yeah, big positive is Thornton has definitely had his time to shine and just build that rapport with Mahomes. 1st and 10. Lamar under center, I formation at their own 42. 3 seconds on the play clock. They play action, show heavy run, and Lamar is going to scramble, but finds a wide open Rashad Bateman at the 40, throwing off of his back leg down the field. I mean, that was about as wide open as you could possibly get. So you showed heavy run, play action. Bateman crosses field, and it looked like Watson was supposed to follow and didn't fully realize it. Jalen Watson was on one side of the field, and it looked like you were supposed to switch. Little tough there. All right, 9 minutes and 45 seconds in the third. Strike from Lamar, middle of the field, caught by Zay Flowers for 15. Sheesh. Back-to-back big plays there for the Ravens. 24 yards, 15 yards on back-to-back pass plays, and that was Trent McDuffie one-on-one in coverage, by the way. They're all the way to the 20. They're going to hand it off to Henry. He's going to barrel forward for 5. Ellie, thank you so much for the membership. Oglaw with the 10. Don't know if the stat is true, but Taekwon is tied for first at breaking coverage in NFL, which is awesome. Breaking coverage? Like just getting open, like deep down the field. Oh, and broken coverage, maybe? Where'd you get that stat? I'll have to research it. Thank you for the 10, man. 2nd and 5. Ravens at the 16. Nick Bolton looks like he's changing the play. Lamar Jackson under center hands it off again to King Henry, and he gets 3, maybe 4, depending on the spot. They've come out, made some adjustments this half. The Ravens been running a lot. Play action showed heavy. Couple passes as well. J-Ride with the 10. When was the last time Mahomes had 3 touchdowns in a game? 3 passing touchdowns in a game? It's been a while. I would have to go back to last year to look at it. Maybe the playoffs? Was it the Texans? I don't know. Maybe FLDB can research it next commercial. Last time Mahomes threw 3 touchdowns in the air. 3rd and 1. Lamar in the gun. 3 bunched up on the right side. He's got time. He's going to want to scramble. And can they stop him? And they do. It's going to be a loss of maybe 2. Karlaftis was there. Minihue. I think Karlaftis might be credited for the sack, but Minihue was kind of around there. This time the coverage held really well. Noel Williams had good coverage on the left side, corner of the end zone. Jalen Watson, McDuffie. That was some good coverage there. I would give that a coverage sack. Like that's... Lamar had nowhere to go and tried to scramble, and it's 4th and 5, so they're going to be held to a field goal here. So what you want is no penalties. You don't want a first down. It was a loss of 4. 32-yard attempt for Loop from the right hash. The kick is up, right down the middle. All right, so that was a good stop by the Chiefs defense. I mean, all in all, if you hold the Ravens to 3, but the offense is putting up 7, I think you're going to take that all day. The Chiefs are up by 14 points right now. FLDB, when you have the last time Mahomes threw for 3 touchdowns, let me know. No rush. What am I doing?
Oh,
Sorry, I hit the wrong button. Hello.
No. The Super Bowl. He threw 3 in the Super Bowl.
What about before then? Do you have his game logs pulled up?
Yep, I do. Now let me take this off. It's hard to see with this thing on. It's so hard to see. Let's see. Oh my gosh, I had to go back to November 4th against Tampa Bay. He had 3.
That's the last time he's had 3 in a regular season game?
Regular season, yeah. 1, 2, 3.
I just wanted to look beyond the Super Bowl because a couple of those were late when it was game, basically.
Yeah.
But wow. I mean, they're looking really good, man. I didn't have any hard stats backing this up on Underdog when I went with the higher on his 1.5 passing touchdowns, but I was like, they're due. They need it. It's a must. You have Worthy back, and this defense is really struggling. So we have 2 of our 3 hit, and again, one of them is a Lamar or a Derrick Henry rushing touchdown. If he doesn't get that, I'm fine to take the L there. But if you guys want to join in on the fun with Underdog, man, that's the season-long partner of the channel. Any new sign-up who uses code HBTC or scans the QR code, you can play 5 and get $100 in bonus funds. Be responsible. But sometimes I'd like to do pick'ems, especially on games that it's not the Chiefs too. So if I'm not super interested in the game, I'll just look at some of my favorite player stats, choose higher or lower, just put a little money on it, and have some fun with it. So thanks again to Underdog, season-long partner of the channel, helps the streams go, helps FLDB get fed, Troy, Alex, everybody here, man. So heck yeah. Kevin with the 5. I know we just signed him as the highest paid kicker, but if we release Butker and sign another kicker, what kind of cap hit would that be? I don't think we're there yet, just to be honest with you, but it's not great. He's got super high cap hits next year and the year after. It's quite a lot. I looked it up the other day, and it's over 10 million for sure the next year. And then there's not really like a hard out. I don't want to hit the panic button yet on Butker. I know he's struggling. That's not where I personally am at yet. My concern level has gone up because he almost missed that extra point too. So my concern is up. I am on high alert, but I'm not ready to hit panic or do anything like that yet with Butker. All right, the kickoff is up. It's going to be fielded by the Chiefs. Left side. Oh, Nico Remigio spins off a tackle. He's at the 40. Stiff arms the kicker. He's at midfield and out of bounds. Oh my gosh. Nico Remigio absorbed a hit, spin move, stiff arm the kicker, got to midfield. Wow. 47-yard return. That's momentum. Back for the Chiefs. After the defense did a great job, you hold the Ravens to just 3. You score a touchdown on the last drive. FLDB's got the helmet on, just so you guys know. You've now got a great return by Nico, and you've got Mahomes in the gun at the 49. Fakes the handoff to Rashard Smith. It's a little screen to Kelsey. Makes one man miss and jumps forward for a couple more yards. The Ravens are down 6 defensive starters. Man. Roquan Smith with the hamstring. Marlon Humphrey with the calf, both ruled out. So you're struggling big time on defense coming into this game with injuries. 2 more gets injured on defense in this game. Ronnie Stanley, the Ravens left tackle, doesn't look like he's going to finish out this game either. It's a little 7-yard bubble screen to Kelsey. Mahomes in the gun. Wants to go deep, pumps, looks around, checks it down to Noah Gray, left side, and he can't make that man miss, so he only gets 2 yards. Man, I want to see some broken tackles sometimes. The open field stuff there. That was a great tackle there by Gray, or a great tackle there by the DB Martin in coverage on Gray. Didn't let him get anywhere. Gray fell down, by the way. I think the play might have initially been designed for him quicker than that, but he jumps up as a safety valve, 3rd and 2, after a gain of just 1 yard. Mahomes in the gun, Worthy in motion. 3 seconds on the play clock. They're going to hand it off to Kareem Hunt, and he's got great vision, spinning for 7. Nice. We'll take that. Let's go, Kareem. A little slow to get up there. But heck yeah. That was a great 3rd and 2 run. Spinning for more yards. We're going to take that all day. I know I'm behind on some super chats. We'll catch up next commercial break. 5 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter here. Chiefs marching down the field. Another touchdown here would be absolutely glorious if you can get there. You got a ways to go, though. You're at the 37-yard line. Worthy in motion. Mahomes in the gun. He's going to hand it off again to Hunt. And he's going to get maybe 2. They only credited him with 1 yard. Ooh, 2nd and 9. Rustis with the 5. Mahomes broke Dan Marino's record with most youngest QB touchdowns by 1 at 251. Man, let's go. Yeah, Marino, for having all the records he had when he played, like in the 80s. Unreal what Marino was doing then. Absolutely unreal. 2nd and 9 after a 1-yard run there. Kelsey out wide, bottom of the screen. You got Mahomes in the gun here. 3 options to the right. It's going to throw. Caught by Juju Smith-Schuster, middle of the field, all the way down to the 23. Needed 9, got plenty more. Maybe 12. The helmet is still on, and the magic is still going right there. Yeah, Juju Smith-Schuster, man, he's not going to be your burst guy. He's going to line up. He's going to be aggressive. He's going to block, but he's going to be a safety valve for Mahomes in the middle of the field. He's shown that time and time again. 1st and 10 for the Chiefs. All right, they are now down to the 23. Mahomes in the gun, Kareem Hunt to his right. You've got Hollywood in motion. They fake the handoff, throw to Juju on a slant, and he stumbles forward near the first down and a little bit more, depending on the spot. I think he got, let's say, 11. It was another one of those RPOs. If you hand it off to Kareem, or you can quickly throw it to Juju on the right side. They did that earlier today with Worthy. If the linebacker, I mean, they're explaining it on the broadcast, but again, Mahomes is just watching the eyes of the linebacker there. If he starts to go down at all in coverage or to play the run, that leaves Juju with a little more space. Under center, they hand it off to Kareem Hunt, and he gets 2 yards. All right, so you are 2nd and 8 at the 10. You can get a first down at the 2-yard line here. Ravens team down left tackle, fullback, 6 defensive starters now, Hannah. I know. They are going through it. Derek with the 5. No flags on Juwan yet. Somebody must literally lit him the up. Glad to see it. Yeah, and this ref crew calls a lot of holding penalties on the O-line. 40% above average, I think is what it was. Play action, quick pass, Worthy to the 5. Worthy, had he shook that tackle from Hamilton, might have scored. Oh, boy, we got a flag. We brought up flags, and they called one, dude. It's on the Chiefs, I think, too. Lineman down the field. It's illegal formation on Hollywood Brown. Man, we talked about penalties, and they got one. But it wasn't on Juwan. Jennifer with the 1587. Game ball to FLDB's helmet. Aglaw with the 5. Kingsley Suamataia is putting in work against the Ravens D-line. Love to see that, man. Haven't seen a lot of concern there. So Hollywood Brown was supposed to be off the ball, or off the line of scrimmage a little bit more, I believe. So it negates a 5-yard gain there and moves them back 5. So it's 2nd and 14 at the 15-yard line. 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Mahomes in the gun, 3 options to his left. Steps back to throw. Looks. He's got time. He's finally scrambling. He's getting chased. He's already went past the line of scrimmage once. Goes back behind the... Yeah, you can't do that. He went past the line of scrimmage, stepped back, and then threw it. Flag on the play. You can't do that, right? Can you go past the line and go back? I don't think you can. Yeah, Kingsley's been playing well, man. Yeah, that's an uncharacteristic error on Mahomes. I mean, once you pass the line of scrimmage, which he passed it by, how much did he pass it by? 2 yards, and then danced back, and then threw it. So it's a 5-yard penalty there. You're backed up to the 20. 3rd and forever, essentially. 3rd and 19. A minute and 55 seconds to go here. We need to clean up the penalties. There's been like 3 or something on this drive, maybe. All right, 3rd and 19 here. Chiefs at the 20. Yeah, Kingsley's been looking great, I think, in this game so far. He's been playing better every single game so far this season. So you got Mahomes in the gun. 3 options to the left here. Brashard Smith is the running back. It's going to be a screen to Juju. He's going to break 1 tackle, spun down at the 13. So you are well shy. He's a little slow to get up on that. Tyler, no more talking about flags. Good Lord. Yeah, somebody sent a super chat about Jawan looking good. He didn't get flagged, though. But yeah, the Chiefs then drew like 2 or 3 flags shortly after that. Kevin with the 5. Even though our offense is clicking this game, you think Veach still tries to add Alvin Kamara, Breece Hall, Tony Pollard, or another running back via trade? We'll see. It kind of depends on how they view Brashard Smith and his progress. That's going to be the key. We got a 31-yard attempt from Harrison Butker from the left hash. Please make it. Okay, thank God. It was right down the middle. (30-13) Chiefs. All right. What happened with that, by the way? Did it get tipped? It looked like it just lacked power. Did you see that, FLDB? I'm going to rewind the broadcast. I don't like doing that normally because I'm afraid it's going to mess with my buffering. That was a weird one. We're going to take it, though. You're up 17 points, and you have 1 minute to go in the 3rd quarter. He just kicked it straight with no air. I think he was just like, okay, I'm just going to make this. I'm not going to hit it hard as I can or whatever. RT with the 5. No matter how mid Juju is, he will always pop off when needed. Also, no Jawan Taylor penalties. Unheard of. Hey, he's doing good. You want to give credit. Credit to the line. Kingsley's looking good. I feel like we haven't even talked about Josh Simmons a single time all game because I think he's playing pretty well. So yeah, to answer whoever's question it was about the running back, I think it was Kevin, there's still a chance that they make a move for a running back. But again, if Brashard Smith is a guy that they're like, hey, he's picking things up well, we're increasing his snap count, and we believe Brashard Smith snaps increasing, the return of Rice, like just kind of that combined is enough, then okay. I will just say the Ravens defense is not a huge litmus test here for the running back room. That's a team you have to run the ball on, and you should, because of all their injuries along the interior. They've given up some of the most yards in the NFL for a reason through 3 weeks this season. Part of that, or a big part of that, is because injuries, but I will take it as a positive and a step in the right direction here. Wouldn't rule out a move for a running back before the trade deadline, but it's still early. We got some weeks left. That was only the 2nd penalty against the Chiefs. Okay, and they just happened back-to-back plays? We just talked about penalties, and it happened on back-to-back plays. The Chiefs have been flagged 3 times for 25 yards. What was the other flag? 3 for 25. But heck yeah, man. Juju's great in his role. Great blocking receiver. Friendly in the middle of the field for you. Heck yeah. Lamar Jackson was being attended to on the sideline. Oh, he's got something wrapped around his right leg. All right, the kickoff is up. Ooh, the ball got muffed. And the Ravens are going to be tackled at the 17-yard line. Oh, boy. Wait, what? Oh, they're saying Lamar He's got something going on with his leg. Threw his helmet off. Wait a second. Lamar Jackson's staying on the sideline. Oh my gosh, they got their backup QB in. This is the former Cowboy backup. Check down to Andrews. Leo Chanel with the hit stick. He hit Mark Andrews so hard on that tackle. No gain. Hamstring injury for Lamar Jackson. It's Cooper Rush in, the former backup for the Dallas Cowboys. Completely different play style. They're going to check it down again to Mark Andrews, 3rd and 5. Wow, dude. Lamar out with a hamstring? I don't want to say it's over, but your chances definitely go down with Cooper Rush. They're at the 20, 3rd and 6, in the gun. Oh, no. We had offsides on Charles Omenihu. Mark Andrews jumped on purpose like a vet after Omenihu did that. All right, well, instead of 3rd and 6, it's 3rd and 1. Well, that's unfortunate. Omenihu jumped early, but came back. But then Mark Andrews, savvy vet, he jumped. He's like, hey. Offsides. That was the right move by Andrews. But instead of 3rd and 6, it's 3rd and 1 here. Hannah, thanks again for the 2. That's the end of the 3rd quarter, guys. So we're taking it to the 4th. I'm going to stand up here in a bit, but I might get I don't want to speak too soon. I might get a beer here soon. Dude, I almost messed up. FLDB.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a sip of beer, I think is what I was going to say. I'm going to get a sip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. A sip.
Lamar with hamstring. Brand said 11-26-2023 with the 5-bomb. Thank you, brother. Was the last time the Chiefs scored over 30 points in the regular season. I think today is the day we change that stat. Jacob with the 2. Jackson is quitting because he can't beat 15. I hope that that's not what he's doing. And I would just hope that that's just truthful. It's a hamstring and he's not just punting on the team, man. He doesn't seem like a guy that would do that. You know what I mean? So if it really is a hamstring, I do wish him the best. Hope he gets well soon. But dude, there is so many injuries on the Ravens team, man. This early.
I mean, it might be risk mitigation too. I mean, you're down by 3 scores.
Yeah, could be a little bit of that. Like, okay, the hamstring, like if you were close and it was a 1-score game, you know what I mean? I wonder if Lamar would stay in, but you're now down 17. And I mean, but I just feel that's why I'm like, it has to be a hamstring. Because if the Ravens score on this drive, it's a 10-point game. So
right.
They score on this drive and then the Chiefs offense stalls out and you get the ball back and score again. I mean, that's a 1-score game. So maybe it just really is the hamstring. Maybe that's what it is, but either way, it's 3rd and 1 for the Ravens right now. Where's the Star Wars helmet, said Southern with the 2? FLDB, you took it off. I think he puts it on for the Chiefs offense. Yeah. Thank you for the 2, Southern Darian with the 2. Steelers are really going to be first in the AFC North. Is that how it's going to play out right now? That's crazy. Well, the Ravens are 1-3. I don't know what the Bengals. I don't even know. Let me look at Week 4 NFL scores because midday games got me all messed up. I don't know any games that are going on. No, the Raiders and Bears are playing right now. I said the Raiders play tomorrow. I'm tripping. The Raiders are beating the Bears right now. Oh, they're going to go. They cut to the broadcast, or from the broadcast to the game quickly, and it looks like a run gets stopped short on 3rd and 1, and they lose a yard. Chris Jones was at a family member's funeral this morning, flew into the game late. They handed off to Derrick Henry out of the gun, And Chris Jones blows that all the way up. It's 4th and 2. You're going to go for it at your own 19. I guess you got to. Cooper Rush looking around. He throws it away. He pulled a Russell Wilson. He threw it away. He threw it away on 4th and 2. What? That is insane. It's the Spider-Man meme where they point at each other. Russell Wilson and Cooper Rush. It's the Spider-Man meme. Why would you throw it away on 4th and 2? Backup quarterback or not. It's turnover on downs. Chiefs ball at the 24. Kill, said Mahomes. Under center. I'm assuming they're going to run the rest of the day. Pacheco bounces outside. Tries to barrel through. Gets 5. Run defense step up. Henry is getting the ball. Hannah, you called it, and they did. Can't remember the last time a game felt this good. It's been a long time. I mean, the Ravens are getting worked over right now. And they were favorites heading into this game, and most people predicted the Ravens to win. I thought it would be a little bit more higher scoring for the Ravens. I said the Chiefs, if they want to win, they need about 30. They got 30, and their defense is playing out of their minds. Mahomes in the gun, 2 out wide to his left. Delayed handoff, fakes it, throws it to Juju over his head, 3rd and 5. They set up like they were going to go run, and Mahomes kept it and tried to hit Juju. Slightly too high here. Nefarious with the 5. Wait, if his hammy is blown, did we end Russell's career and break Lamar in 2 games? Seriously, 2 league MVPs fell to our defense? Well, hopefully Lamar's fine, and it's just something more minor. There's a lot of football left to be played. But thank you for the 5, brother. 3rd and 5, meanwhile, for the Chiefs at the 20. They're in field goal range. But I'd love to get a first down here, drain a little more clock. All right, you got Mahomes stepping back to throw on a rollout to Pacheco. Throws it, and he got hit, but sort of fights forward for more yardage, but they're going to mark him down. And now Wiggins is down. A huge hit on Pacheco, and Pacheco absorbed it and kept going, and you have another Raven down? That's going to be the 7th starter of this Ravens defense banged up right now. It was a huge hit, by the way. They didn't convert, by the way, but now Wiggins is down on the ground, grabbing at his arm. It was a collision that you could hear it from the broadcast. It was... Somebody said go for it. I almost bet you the Chiefs take a field goal here. Man, Wiggins is banged up too, though. Crazy. Cole, this is weird. I'm watching the Chiefs while relaxed. What do I do? Maybe get a beer. Enjoy it a little bit, Dub Freak. Thank you so much for the 10. Hannah with the 5. Lamar is a tough competitor. Harbaugh keeping his QB1 out with soft tissue injuries smart, especially early in the season. Lamar wouldn't fake an injury. I think I'm right there with you. Because, again, this game, it's not... Okay, it's 17 points, but if on that drive that they pulled Lamar and Cooper Rush was out there, throwing it away on 4th and 2, by the way, if you score a touchdown on that drive, it's still within the realm of possibilities. It's an uphill battle. The win percentage would be extremely low, but it'd still be within the realm of possibilities. So that's why I don't think he's faking it. I agree with you. Pop didn't hit Wiggins. He ran through him. Yeah, it was kind of weird. Wiggins hit him low, and it was like maybe his arm to Pacheco's hip or thigh. Hate to see anyone hurt. Yeah, that's like the 7th starter for the Ravens hurt or something like that. Man. 7th starter? Crazy. They are going through it on the injury front. The Chiefs needed this game, man. It's not over. I'm going to hold celebrations a little bit here just because there's game left. But they needed this win bad, and if you do get the W here, you're going to go to 2-2. The Ravens, meanwhile, are going to fall to 1-3. And I do want to look up NFL records 2025 and just kind of see, standings is what I want. Yeah, the AFC North is crazy because the Steelers are 3-1, the Bengals are 2-1, and the Ravens are 1-2, about to potentially go to 1-3 here. The Browns lost earlier today. Wiggins slow to get up, but did get off the field eventually. 4th and 1, Chiefs are going to go for it. Under center, I formation. They fake the handoff. They throw it deep. Wide open, Hollywood Brown. Kill shot. Andy Reid doesn't do kill shots. Andy Reid doesn't like to do kill shots when you're up. You fake the handoff, roll out, have Worthy as the shallow, and go deep. Not deep, but whatever. 14 yards down the field to Hollywood Brown. Open. Oh! Ah! Let's go! Oh, shoot. Extra point. Good. 37-13. Kill shot from Andy? Cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. What a freaking game. What a game. 37 points? Oh my gosh. Wrangler with the 5, appreciate you. Britt Lyons with a 36-month Redbeard tier. Just got a glass of Maker's Mark 46. We look so good right now. Maybe we can hold on and win. Hopefully this continues. Should win this game now. I think it's safe to say it's about out of reach. And look what happened. When did you put that on, dude?
Right after commercial, right before they did the play.
Right before the 4th down, you put that helmet on? Dude, you are never taking the helmet off again on offense. Sorry, brother. That is insane. Before the 4th down conversion, he put the helmet on. The kick is up. Returned by the Ravens, runs into his own man, gets to the 32. I said they need to run up the score. F being professional, said Jacob with the 5. Holy smokes. Britt Lyons, thanks for the 36-month Redbeard tier as well. Southern with the 5. Since we're doing really good today, can we play a 5th quarter? Nah, let's get out of there. Let's get out of there with as little injuries as possible and call it a day. Tactics with the 5. What's the point of that TD? It's just bulletin board material for the Ravens? What? It was 4th down. This officially puts the game out of reach. Mahomes is probably not going back out there, and Minshew's probably going to play from here on out. It was 4th and 1. Officially the kill shot. What does bulletin board material for the Ravens mean when they're down by a million? Cooper Rush checks it down on a screen left side. Gain of about 7 or 8. I don't think it was necessarily like all the way like you have to score on that play, but you want to move the chains. Nothing wrong with being a little aggressive there. Stafford just threw a 100-yard bomb to Tutu Atwell for 88 yards, and the game was tied at 20 apiece between the Rams and the Colts. Cooper Rush throws, back shoulder, incomplete, 3rd down, and you have another Ravens slow to get up. That was Bateman. Hooker Boots with the 5 gifted. Let's go. FLDB can never take that helmet off ever again, said Hannah with the 2. How about them goats, said Lost Vibes. We have 2 tactics with the 5 and then Jacob with the 5. One said, what's the point of that TD? And then the other one said, we need to run the score up, F being professional. 3rd and 3. We got Britt with the 100 bomb. Here we go. Chiefs are showing a lot of pressure on 3rd and 3. Cooper Rush in the gun. He's got 3 options to his right. Chiefs back out. Only go 4. Drop by Flowers. I'm actually a little frustrated by that drop because Zay Flowers is on my fantasy team, and I think he's gotten clamped all day long. Like, this man hasn't done nothing. Well, he has 4 catches for 60 yards. That's enough. I want KC to blow out the Ravens. Let's freaking go. Let's get 50. I think the points are probably done here, but you never know. There's still 12 and a half minutes left in this game, and it feels over. Hooker Boots, thanks again for the 5 gifted. Oinky Boinky with the 3 bomb. I said magic. Let's go, Oinky Boinky. 4th and 3, Cooper Rush in the gun. They're showing that they're going to go for it. I mean, you kind of have to. They're at their own 37-yard line. Chiefs only bring 4, but pressure is going to force him to... Oh, he does throw it to Zay Flowers, breaks a tackle, and gets down to the 47. That was actually a nice little play there by Cooper Rush. Well, there it is. The streak is broken. We are back. Cheers to the helmet. The helmet with the magic. A check down to Flowers. Trent McDuffie actually missed the tackle there. He was trying to strip the ball, but just probably needs to play sound football and just make the hit. Either way, 1st and 10, a little bit more life. We got Jennifer with the 50 after Britt Lyons' 100 bomb. Coop checks it down to Justice Hill and another missed tackle, and he's going to get to the 40. That was a gain of 14. Booker with the 10. This is the Chiefs team we've been waiting to see. Let's go. And that's without Rice. This defense was really banged up, but still. Thank you guys for all the super chat love and just all the support, man. We've got 6,500 people in here hanging out. 1st and 10 at the 40 across midfield. Cooper Rush in the gun. Steps back to throw. Looks right. Fires on a check down to Flowers. Bro, Flowers is... I'm actually kind of fine with some garbage time Flowers stats because he's really going to carry my fantasy football team. He has 6 for 74 yards right now. Keep checking it down. Get him some more catches. Hannah with the 5. Chiefs and Lions taking away the Ravens will be in back-to-back weeks. Wasn't on my bingo card. Not like this much, like this high scoring either. They're going to go screen or check down on the right side for a gain of maybe 1 to Hill. Jaden Hicks bearing down with the tackle. It's 3rd and manageable. Dave with the 2. Chiefs came out with a chip on their shoulder. Crazy, man. All right, 3rd and 5. Cooper Rush in the gun. 2 out wide to each side. Chiefs only rush 4, but Carl Loftus wins, flushes him from the pocket. Incomplete. Noel Williams in coverage. 4th and 5. Crazy, man. This is an insane game. It's 37-13. Noel Williams, good coverage. It was a kind of a tough throw anyway. Tylan Wallace was the intended target, and this is still without Rice. Exactly, Tactics. Thank you so much for the 2. Darrell with the 2 said, what's a kill shot? It's Eminem diss track. Just kidding. Hold on. 4th down, they bring pressure. Cooper Rush checks it down, and it's well short. Turnover on downs. Offense is going to take the field, probably with Gardner Minshew. So a kill shot is like, it's really just running up the score a little bit. I anticipated, this is just my definition. It might not stand true for all you guys. But when I said Andy Reid with the kill shot, he doesn't do that. Typically, when you're up this much, I expected Andy Reid to maybe go for a field goal there or like run it on a 1-yard play and then just drain clock. So on 4th and 1 to fake run, be aggressive with what I call the kill shot for the end zone touchdown. I mean, that literally puts the game out of reach there. And it's not normal for Andy to do that, but I loved it. I think it was a great play call. Jonathan with the 10 on an airplane over Greenland right now. I appreciate your coverage. Hey, I'm so glad you could hang out and listen in during this game. We have to show we can dominate a good team. Yeah, and they're really banged up. Yep. Heck yeah, man. Let's go. So it's going to be Chiefs ball on offense and probably Minshew time. FLDB, give thoughts on the game. I'm getting a victory beer, dude. It's time. We haven't been able to break out a literal victory beer during a game in a long time. Like knowing that the game was potentially wrapped up here. I'll be right back.
Yes, sir. I got you. Yes, sir. We're gonna win this game. It looks like Mahomes is coming back out. He's gonna play another series. It seems like all we had to do is get back to RPO, and getting Worthy back is a huge deal to that benefits that because you have a speed with Thornton on one side and then Worthy on the other side, or you put them together. That really takes a toll on a defense, and they don't know what to do because you have two fast guys that are just running. And then when we get Rice back, it's going to be even crazier. We're going to have, I don't know if we're all healthy and everything. I don't know what defense is going to do.
Here's the thing, man. Going into this game, I saw the concerns for the Ravens. I did think it would be closer. I thought their offense would be more high-powered than it was. I just thought it would be a little bit more of a shootout. And I thought the Chiefs would need to win in a shootout, scoring about 30. I thought the Spags and them wouldn't let the Ravens score like 40 or something insane on them. But, man, they came out with a great game plan, really took Lamar away. And the fake spy stuff, rushing, having a fake spy, and then backing out some of your pass rushers to spy and like completely switching that up. Okay, so we are back from commercial break, by the way, and Mahomes is out on the field. He's going to hand it off to Kareem Hunt, right side for a gain of 5. Yeah, I'm not... If there's any Ravens fans in here, man, I think it's much respect and good game. The offense is great, but they really got stifled in this game. And turnovers are a big factor in that. Lamar's fumble, because that's a potential drive you could have scored on. And then the interception by Leo Chanel, that's just a guy playing ball and making plays. Because Leo Chanel on Andrews, 50-50 ball, I'm taking that shot if I'm Lamar. Like, that's a matchup. That's a favorable one. And Leo just made a play. So the turnover battle plus the execution on offense, 2nd and 4, Mahomes hands it off again up the middle, and Hunt's going to get 2 yards. But it's a combo of the defense with a great game plan, the turnovers. That's why the turnover battle, losing the turnover battle, it's just so detrimental when you're against good teams. And then the Chiefs, I don't think they capitalized on the fumble. Butker missed the field goal, actually. But they capitalized on the first turnover, and they either turned that into 3 or 7. Let's see. After the interception, they turned that into a field goal. But then it's not just you're turning that into a field goal. You're preventing the Ravens from having an effective drive down the field. 3rd and 2, by the way. 3 seconds on the play clock. Mahomes in the gun, Worthy in motion. They're going to throw it to Worthy behind the line of scrimmage, and he gets the first down. Nice. You got 8.5 minutes to go. First down, you're moving the chains. So Hannah was right. Pat's taking the field for this drive. I wonder if after this drive they pull him for Minshew. That's been a little while since that happened. Nefarious with the 5 bomb said, first 4 touchdown game for Mahomes since October 12th, 2023. No way. Wow. True or Kill said Mahomes under center. 2 seconds left on the play clock. Kareem Hunt in the backfield takes the handoff and gets about 5 yards. Oh my goodness. I had the first sip of a Victory Tank 7 and it tasted really good, and FLDB has the helmet on, helping them move the chains on that 3rd down. FLDB gets game ball. Man, myth, Mandalorian. That is awesome. 2nd and 6. We'll bring him back in a second here. 2nd and 6. Mahomes in the gun at the 50. Hollywood Brown in motion to the left. They're going to hand it off to Kareem again. No gain. You've got 7 minutes left on the clock, though. 3rd down. Michelle with the 8 months. Let's go. Thanks, Cole, for the play-by-play. Can't watch the game in Chicago. So glad you were here. This was a fun game to call, and obviously not as stressful in the second half. It was a fun, explosive first half as well. Scott Province with the 2. Yep. FLDB does get the game ball. Casey with the 5. Oh, boy, baby. Let's freaking go. If we keep that deep ball going, watch out, boys and girls. Have things to work on, but now seeing it comes together, or love seeing it come together on offense, 100%, man. Got Mahomes under center, 3rd and 5. It's going to drain some clock here. Probably snap it with 1 second left on the play clock. Under center, you got Pacheco in the backfield. They hand it off to him, And he's going to fight for 4.5 yards on 3rd and 5. That was actually a nice little change of pace because you ran the ball multiple times with Kareem Hunt. You then put Pacheco in the fresh back. Hey, you got Jalen Royals out there, by the way. He was out there on that play. And I think you're just shy of the first down, but it's 4th and 1. So if you're the Chiefs, do you go for it? I think they're going to go. I think you go and you run it right down their throat. You just do it again. Whoa, they got Worthy in the backfield. Mahomes under center. Kareem Hunt then goes back. It's offset I formation. Fullback dive. He jukes. First down. Crazy. So you had Worthy in the backfield. You had Kareem Hunt out, like not out wide. He was like in line, outside. Last minute or last second before the snap, motions back behind the line of scrimmage, offset I formation, takes the fullback dive. That's an interesting little wrinkle. I bet you FLDB that Andy Reid wrinkles the wrinkle later. They'll do that again. They'll have Kareem Hunt motion back like that last second, and it'll be some off angle to that, like throw to Worthy or something in the backfield, just something completely different. Either way, they move the chains, the helmet's on, keeping the drive alive. It's our RPO to Hollywood Brown, incomplete, 2nd and 10. I don't know why we're throwing, but it's fine. Some dude with the 5. I feel Andy is letting the offense run it up as means of catharsis. It's been a long and frustrating offensive slump. They needed this. Let's freaking go. Yeah, I mean, a lot of injuries to the Ravens defense, but you just got to give credit where credit is due. The defense played a great game. The offense put up 37. Now, that's inflated a little bit because of all the injuries on the Ravens defense, but still, this is what we thought maybe the Chiefs would do to the Giants defense, but that D-line was just, they were keeping it a problem for a little while. But you're going to take it. You're going to take the dub, and there's things to learn from, grow from, all that, but man, Worthy back was a huge boost to this offense. It ain't over till it's over. Don't gloat. It's freaking over, dude. I'm not gloating either, but I'm just speaking facts on the game that there was good progress, good momentum here. They're pulling Mahomes from the game, by the way. Minshew's taking over on 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line. Under center, Brashard Smith is in the backfield. They're going to hand it off to him, and he bounces outside, and he's got the speed. He's got the first down and more. Brashard Smith just had an outside run for like 17 yards. That was the most exciting run I've seen out of the Chiefs' backfield. And well, son of a gun. It was a hold on Wanye Morris. Never mind. That was still an exciting run by Brashard Smith. That burst on the outside is something you can build on. Why was Wanye in the game? Because they pulled a lot of the starters. You've got Minshew out there, Brashard Smith, Wanye. I would assume you have Jalen Moore in it, the other tackle spot. Helicopter, your thingy, and celebration. Are you talking about the... Okay, I know what you're talking about. That sounded very pause-worthy if you don't know what is being talked about. We get this with the helmet. Imagine full armor, said Mike with the 2. You got to get full armor next time, FLDB. Another handoff to Brashard Smith. Goes for 2 on 2nd and 20. Hannah with the 2. Jags are beating the 49ers. Holy smokes. Do the Chiefs play the Jags next game, by the way? Chiefs 2025 schedule. Yeah, the Chiefs play the Jags on Monday Night Football next week. Kathy with the 2 said, I'll gloat. Yeah, I wasn't even really gloating. And that comment may not have been directed at me and probably to somebody in chat. But you can, I mean, when it's 37-13 with 5.5 minutes to go, the Ravens don't have their starting quarterback in, and then obviously Mahomes just got pulled as well. I mean, it's over. The Chiefs called a timeout. It's 3rd and 19. It's definitely over. Giants beat the Chargers as well. There's a lot of positives from this Sunday. Then we're going to do... we need the Bears to beat the Raiders, which I don't actually know is going to happen. The Bears have the ball with 2 minutes to go in the 4th quarter, down by 5. But then tomorrow night, what's the play? Jets, Dolphins, Monday Night Football, and Bengals, Broncos. Need the Bengals to beat the Broncos, but I do not have hopes. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, Raiders are winning by 5. Full armor for the Super Bowl. We got the full armor of the Mandalorian. Bro, we've got to deck that out and get it Chiefs red. We got to like turn the chrome into red or something. Red and gold it.
Yeah, dude. I think so.
All right, Minshew hands the ball off to Brashard Smith on 3rd and 19. Ankle tackled. 4th and forever. And the Chiefs are going to let this run down and punt. I don't think the Ravens are even going to call a single timeout in this game. I don't think. They still have 3, and they haven't used a single one yet here. It's not like the Ravens just let us win. Still needed to work. Love you, fam. From Las Vegas. Heck yeah, man. Yeah, the Ravens came into this game needing the win bad. You don't want to go to 1-3. That's not good. The percentage of teams that make the playoffs starting out 1-3 is very small. 13% or something like that. Matt Ariza on 4th and 19 is going to punt. Is this the first punt of the game? I'd have to look that up. It was a nice punt, bounced out of bounds, I think, at about the 12-ish yard line, depending on the spot. Was that the Chiefs' first punt of the game? The Chiefs' drives today. Field goal, touchdown, missed field goal, touchdown, punt. That was the first punt of the game. Wow. Ball game to Jawan, no penalty today, said Hannah. Well, that's a good point. Gold Zio with a 10. Yeah, the Ravens didn't just let the Chiefs win. They needed the win bad. And the Chiefs just out executed and pulled away, and Worthy was a huge boost to the offense. You obviously have some concerns, but the defense, when you hold the number 1 scoring offense coming into this game that was averaging 37 points a game to 13 points, the only, like, Butker almost missing an extra point and then missing a field goal, that's probably the biggest concern, I guess, from this game. I don't really know what else there is that's even concerning. You hold the number 1, that was a run, by the way, on first down, or a quick pass, rather, one of them. No, it was a run to Justice Hill for 1 yard. I mean, the Ravens are in concede mode. It's 13-37. Yeah, when you hold the number 1 scoring offense to 13 points, the defense was out of their minds in this game. And we'll look at the box score in a second here. You got Cooper Rush under center at the 14-yard line, offset I formation. Play action this time. Throws. Caught at the 29, tackled at the 30 by Wallace. Oh, Roland Wallace with the tackle. My bad. They said Wallace, and I'm like, who's... It's again Wallace to Roland Wallace with the tackle. So it was Tylan Wallace with the catch, Roland Wallace with the tackle, I think. Yeah, that was Wallace on Wallace tackling. That was kind of crazy. Stobes with the 5-bomb. Appreciate you, man. I missed your previous super chat. Shoot. That's on me. I might be behind. They're going to hand it off again on 1st and 10, and this is actually a really explosive run. The Ravens are going to run all the way to the touch for a score here. That's Justice Hill. Tackled by Joshua Williams at the end there. Yeah, that was a nice little run there. Again, a lot of backups in there. Joshua Williams, Roland Wallace. That's something you don't love to see, but you got backups in there. Shamari Connor with the miss, the over pursuit. Justice Hill flew, man. Last one, Cole, you missed my Furious super chat, but you can show me side by side for each team's stats post game. Oh yeah, we'll look at the stats for sure. Of course. Sorry if I missed that earlier. When did remember the media was glazing the Ravens? Remember this day? Oh yeah. I got you. It's any given Sunday. We just watched the Chargers lose to the Giants. You have to execute. You can't turn the ball over like the Ravens did today twice. The extra point, by the way, is up and it's good. It's 20-17 with 2 minutes to go. I think the Ravens' issues are mostly due to injuries, or you think they have to address some issues in the offseason? Both. You are banged up. Like Kyle Van Noy was your sack and tackle for loss leader last year. Nnamdi Madubuike, I think, was like 3rd in tackles for loss and 2nd in sacks last year. So those are 2 big injuries. Then Derrick Henry's fumbled in 3 straight games, so that's a lack of execution that would have maybe turned a couple of these losses for the Ravens into W's. Yeah, you're injured. Like they have 7 starters injured on defense. Think of like the Lions last year. But some of it could be coaching. I think they have a second-year DC and Zach Orr, so he might be a little bit on the hot seat. So, yeah, it's early in the season. I don't know that the Ravens or fans need to hit the panic button or anything like that, but they need to get healthy and help their. If the offense isn't putting up 30 points a game, they're not winning. So, and even if they put up like 40 points, they came into this game scoring 37 points a game and were 1-2. So, defensive concerns for sure. It's a mix of a couple different things, I think. Yeah, we'll look at post-game stats here in a minute, Les One. I don't want to do it before the game's over, really. Do you think the Ravens' issues are mostly due to injury? Okay, I read that one. Thank you, Kevin, with the 5. Kristen with the 5. Been appreciating these live streams as a Chiefs fan in LA. Hey, thanks so much. We had a lot of fun today. We definitely had a lot of fun, and there's reason to celebrate. They're on another commercial break. 19 with the 5 bomb had to call 911. I had to call 911 because I'm calm watching this game. Clearly, there's something wrong with me. But we cannot depend on injuries to bail us out. You can't depend on injuries to bail us out? Yeah, again, I think a big positive takeaway is like the Ravens were pretty healthy on offense and got held to 13 points by the starters. Obviously, they just scored in garbage time here, but that's a huge positive takeaway for sure from Spags and that defense. Zach Orr, Ravens DC is getting fired, in my honest opinion. Yeah, I brought it up a minute ago. I think he's in the hot seat for sure because they struggled last season too in some key metrics. Matthew with the 2, Bears touchdown. Really? Bears got a touchdown? They're up 1? Raiders have the ball? I might just pull that game up and just at least have eyes on it. I'll keep it muted and obviously still call the Chiefs game. But yeah, the Raiders have the ball with 1.5 minutes to go at their own 42, down by 1 with 2 timeouts to go in this game. If the Raiders lose, they go to 1-3, like the Ravens. All right, that kickoff is fielded by the Chiefs and returned up to the 23-yard line by Brashard Smith. Thanks, Matt, for the 2 bomb, and then let me know about that Bears touchdown. Yeah, if the Bears can somehow hang on and beat the Raiders, they fall to 1-3. Chiefs would go to 2-2. The Broncos might be 1-2 right now before they play on Monday Night Football. Brock Bowers is on my fantasy team, man. He's so good. He's been banged up with a knee issue, I think, like last week. But all right, 1st and 10 for the Chiefs. You've got Minshew. I think you have Wanye at left tackle. I can't tell if it's Jalen Moore or who at right tackle. But Minshew is going to hand the ball off to Brashard Smith. And again, the Ravens have all 3 timeouts, and they're not using any of them. So I think they're just kind of like, we're just going to let this game go. Robert Tonyan helping Kyle Hamilton up. Chargers never beating us again. I do think hindsight's 2020, excuses, blah, blah, blah. I think the Chiefs would have been victors in that game if Worthy wasn't injured 3 plays in. But the thing is, like, injuries happen. It's part of football. You have to adapt. You have to adjust. And Herbert was playing out of his mind in that game, and the Chiefs took 3 drives to adjust on offense and then started getting hot. If they only took 1 drive to get hot instead, maybe it would be a different outcome, but it is what it is. Chiefs are in victory formation, and it's crazy. The Chargers fall to the Giants today. The Chiefs, who were slight underdogs heading into Arrowhead, I mean, just really beat the brakes off the Ravens. 37-20. Lamar is going to fall to 1-6 against the Chiefs in his NFL career, 0-4 at Arrowhead. Their only 1 win, by the way, came when CEH fumbled end of game with the Chiefs up 1 in field goal range or down 1 in field goal range, and the Ravens ended up winning. So throughout history, the battle has typically favored the Chiefs. Spags has coached a really good game plan, and that is going to be game as they kneel out. They kneel out the last play here. It's going to go final. Chiefs 37, Ravens 20. And if you drink, cheers. If you don't, cheers some water, some Mountain Dew. This was a very good, decisive, much needed win, in my opinion. The Chiefs were 10-0 or whatever it was in one-score games last year, 0-2 in one-score games this year, just not executing in key areas needed to keep those one-score games a W rather than an L. And they came out made a statement. Yes, the Ravens defense was banged up. We knew that. I thought the Chiefs could score about 30. I was hoping they could score about 30, and that's what I thought would give them enough to win. But I said before the game, 30-27, Chiefs win by 3. But when you hold the Ravens defense to only 13 points, I mean, bro, game ball to Spags and that defense, that linebacker room, Nick Bolton with the delayed blitzes, Leo Chanel with the pick, Drew Tranquil with the fumble recovery. That defense was playing lights out. You didn't really hear much about McDuffie because he was blanketing most of the time. Jalen Watson had a tough play here or there, but I think for the most part was fine. Noel Williams as well. The safety room looked pretty good. I don't have a lot of qualms with the defense when you hold, again, the number one scoring offense coming into this game, averaging 37 points a game to 13 before the starters were pulled. What an absolutely great win. GG's to the Ravens. I hope they can get healthy just because they're really banged up and it's only week 4. They fall to 1-3. I'm not sad that they lost, but I can empathize, sympathize, whichever the right phrasing is that I always get wrong with their fans because of all the injuries. We as Chiefs fans watched our team go through a bunch of injuries last year, and it's very unfortunate. It's a part of the game, but it's still very unfortunate. I want Micah to sack Dak with Jerry Jones watching. I can't wait. That's Sunday Night Football. It's going to be a banger tonight. James with the 5. Man, if the Donkeys lose tomorrow, it'll be a perfect weekend for you guys. I don't know that you guys lose to the Bengals, James, but I am going to hope that the Bengals somehow get the W. Thank you for the 5. Hannah for the 2. SL with the 2. Thanks, HBTC team. Appreciate the broadcast. Yeah, SL, thank you, man. Thanks for being here, guys. Socket with the 5. Matt Nagy, legend. Just wanted to shout out someone who never gets mentioned in a win. Yeah, I don't really give too much praise to the OC or too much negative criticism to the OC win or loss. That was with Nagy or EB because Andy Reid runs the offense. But sure, I mean, I think the coaching staff called a great game on offense for sure. Hannah with the 2 said, I repeat, Spags' game plan was diabolical. Absolutely diabolical. Hippie with the 20 months finally coming together. The Chiefs is still the Chiefs is still the Chiefs. Thank you so much. Sean Hooker with the membership as well. Appreciate you. Joshua with the 2. GG Chiefs from Baltimore fan. We are doo-doo. Season over. Well, hopefully it's not. I think I said coming into this game, Josh, thanks for the 2 and the kind words. I said coming into this game, I still think there's a path for either team that loses this game to make it to the playoffs, albeit the path to winning your division gets more difficult. Like the Bengals are 2-1 and they don't have Burrow for the rest of the year, essentially. I don't think you got to worry about them. I think the Ravens still have a chance to win their division. It's just that much more difficult, and the injuries on defense are not helping any way, shape, or form. Their defensive coordinator, your defensive coordinator might be on the hot seat a little bit too. Southern with the 5. We definitely clipped the Ravens' wings, enjoyed this win. Got it done. Very convincing, very decisive. I'll pull up the box score and look at a couple things. Did we ever figure out the ending of this game? Are the Raiders going to win or lose? I don't have the game pulled up anymore, FLDB. What is it?
The kick.
Unmute yours.
We're going to win.
What?
The Bears just blocked the kick.
The Bears blocked the Raiders' kick for the win?
Yes.
Whoa, what a day. The Chargers lose. The Raiders lose on a walk-off kick. The Chiefs beat the Ravens, and now somehow, never thought I would even care to say this, but the Bengals need to find a way to beat the Broncos. I much rather the Bengals beat a division opponent. With that said, I do want to just look through the box score and just share a couple of things with everybody as we kind of look here and just process through the game for a second and then go enjoy some Sunday Night Football. Again, when you hold the Ravens on offense to 3 for 10 on 3rd down, 1 for 4 on 4th down, a couple of those were with Cooper Rush, I think, and he threw the ball away on one play. Like, what the hell are you even thinking? I don't know. But game ball to the defense. This is the number 1 scoring offense in the NFL. Leo Chanel made a play picking off Lamar early. Lamar then just had he ran into his own player and fumbled, his own lineman, Linderbaum, and fumbled. recovered by Drew Tranquill. It didn't result in points, but it did kind of hold the Ravens to a field goal and didn't really give them time to even attempt a touchdown before halftime. And look at this. They only made it to the red zone twice and were 1 for 2 in the red zone. The Chiefs were 4 for 6. Time of possession dominated. If you look at, sometimes this does this and it's really annoying. I mean, look at this. Look at the play-by-plays here, and then I will also look at the individual stats, and I'm sure there'll be a couple more super chats. Definitely, I mean, don't have to do that, but I'll address any that pop up and process through with you guys. Yeah, Baltimore on their scripted plays, 9 for 70. The Chiefs then went 9 for 48, and you made it to, how far did you get up here? You got it to their 20? Or close to it? That's why I was like, you got close to the red zone field goal. But then INT, Leo Chanel INT, 14 plays, 79 yards field goal. That's where I was a little frustrated because you made it within about the 5-yard line and you just couldn't get it done there. That was frustrating, especially that early. It's like if you had a touchdown there, you're going to go up. But here's where the defense, after the opening drive, 6 plays, 42 yards, interception, 4 plays, 6 yards, punt. 4 plays, 9 yards, turnover on downs. 3 plays, 9 yards, fumble. 5 plays, 29 for a field goal. But even after that, 8 plays, 56 yards, field goal. The defense held them to a field goal. That was a huge thing outside after half. Because Harrison Butker missed a field goal, they drove down and scored. Instead of it being a 16-point game, it was only 10. Well, the Chiefs on their opening drive in the third quarter score a touchdown. I think it was to Thornton, right? Yeah, for 11 yards. Shout out to Thornton. And then held the defense held the Ravens offense to a field goal. That's huge because then the Chiefs kick a field goal and you're up by 17, and then Lamar Jackson basically gets pulled. 4 plays, 8 yards, turnover on downs. The kill shot here on 4th down or whatever it was, 4th and 1 at the Ravens 15, and you go for that touchdown right there, you could see it. To Hollywood Brown, I mean, that was absolutely electric stuff there. I don't even know how to back out of this, by the way. This is like new. This is like a new ESPN thing. I guess you can click on the play and like it animates. That's kind of cool, I guess. But this happened last week, and then I was like, how do I get back to I want to get back to the actual game. Because it like kind of locks up. Okay, here. Get me back to the box score because I want to look at like the individual player stats with you guys. I mean, Lamar was 14 for 20, 147 yards, a touchdown and an INT, and a fumble lost. Heading into this game, he had 9 touchdowns, 0 INTs. I mean, he was kind of playing lights out. And then Spags buzzsaw completely shut that down. On the ground, this is super inflated because Justice Hill with some of the backups in had 71 yards. But outside of that, you held them under 90 yards, and that's with Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. Like, Derrick Henry only had 8 for 42. That's insane. I can't read too much into this because some of it's like Zay Flowers had like 3 catches for 20 or 30 yards in garbage time. But if we go to the Chiefs, Mahomes, 25 of 37 for 270 yards and 4 passing touchdowns. I am pretty sure the last time that has happened was October 12th, 2023. First 4-touchdown game from Mahomes since October 12th, 2023. I said it twice for emphasis because that is absolute insanity. On the ground, it was fine. Your yards per carry, it's not going to be super high because they ran so much at the end of the game and the Ravens knew they would be running. But Pacheco was averaging 5 a pop. He just had that tough drop early on in the game on that screen pass when fans started to boo him. But I liked what Brashard Smith brought. Again, he had a couple carries at the end of the game, but he also had 3 catches for 27 yards on 4 targets. Worthy had 5 for 83. Kelsey 5 for 48. This is what happens when you have your wide receiver weapons come back, and why I've just kind of said, hey, the offense isn't made to funnel through Travis Kelsey, but he can complement you nice. But when you actually have other guys to worry about out there, i.e. the speedy threat of Worthy, the deep threat of Tyquan Thornton, even Brashard Smith in the past game, Juju had a few good catches. Hollywood had the touchdown catch late, or in the third quarter, fourth quarter, early, whatever it was. But then Travis Kelce can function a little bit differently. It doesn't have to funnel through him, but he can complement. And that's when you have Rice back as well. Rice, Worthy, Kelce, Brashard Smith more involved in the backfield as they ramp him up and his workload. If they trade for a running back, cool. But if not, I need to see Brashard Smith, who like that outside run from Brashard Smith near the end of the game, it went for like 17 yards. It was the most explosive thing I've seen in a Chiefs running back room for like 2 years. It got called back due to penalty. But still, this is fantastic stuff, man. And the defense, Drew Tranquil. I mean, McDuffie with the pass defense. Bolton had multiple pressures on Lamar on spies. I think both Karlaftis and Tillery had a sack. 4 QB hits from Karlaftis. Chris Jones had a couple key run stuffs. A tackle for loss. He was getting pressures. Leo Chanel with the INT. Still some concern there with Butker, but he had 8 kicks and missed 1. So he was 7 for 8 on the night. But it is his 5th miss in 4 games, which is probably the biggest concern that I have right now. But again, 7 for 8 on the night. And you won by multiple scores. Wasn't stressful. What a game. I think game ball. Do we give one to Mahomes? 270 yards and 4 touchdowns on offense. I guess you could go Worthy as well on his return from injury. He had 5 catches for 83 yards and 2 carries for 38. He had like 130 yards from scrimmage on 7 touches in his return with his shoulder looked fine, by the way, but might be why he was falling down awkwardly sometimes instead of taking big hits. But I'm going to take that all day, every day. I think Brashard Smith showed some nice flashes. On defense, I don't know who you want to give the ball to, the game ball to. I think you give it to Spags and just the entire defense gets a ball. You held the number 1 scoring offense that was averaging 37 points a game to 13 points until the starters came in. I think that's fine. I have to catch up on these super chats. Holy smokes, you guys are going nuclear. Metal Rocker with the 10. Here's 10 for the W. But it happened with the Ravens dealing with injuries. Hope they get better later on, but let's freaking go. Thank you, God, for this win and prayers for the Ravens injuries. Yeah, man. The biggest positive for me, I think the offense is just going to get a little confidence back, and then the defense played out of their minds. Hannah with the 2. Oh, my. Bears win with the blocked field goal. Cannot believe it. Gold with the 5. We get to hear the losers crying about the refs for another week. I mean, I don't know what you're going to cry about ref-wise when you win this decisively. I'm sure they'll find something, I guess, but you can't let the refs even come into factor. And it's just all the one-score games is why it was so highly scrutinized. When you win by this much, there better not be a lot of ref talk. That makes no sense. Bears beat the Raiders. Love that, Raven. Heck yeah. James with a 10. Here's a 10 bomb to see Raiders crying. Let's go. Captain Redbeard with the 33 months. We are so back. Let's freaking go. Chiefs. Hannah with the 5. Game balls. Number 1, Andy for sticking with the run. 2, Brashard for breaking tackles during runs. 3, Jawan no penalties. 4, Xavier for bringing life to the offense. I love that. Chiefs fan with the 2. We should have won 40-13. Very good win regardless. Yeah, the Butker had a miss. You know, the one miss that he had, it was a 56-yarder. I think that in and of itself wasn't overly concerning. It's just the fact that he missed 5 in 4 games. It's just kind of where my concern level is. And then he almost missed the extra point shortly after that. And then he doinked one in the week before. Hopefully he figures it out and works it out, man. Raiders field goal block, 2 down, Broncos to go. Go Cincy, said King of Death with the 2. Heck yeah, man. Olaf with the 10. This was a cathartic game as a Chiefs fan. I know the Ravens are shorthanded, but just controlling the game from beginning without any stupid mistakes by the O-line was nice. Yeah, one of those, it was not stressful. Even early, like the Ravens scored first drive. I saw some comments, probably trolls, saying this game is over. It's like, dude, it was one drive. There's 9.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. And then it didn't really get that stressful the rest of the game. They just started putting together successful drive after successful drive after successful drive. Mr. Funbasher with the 2. Heck yeah, man. Let's go. Dawson with the 5. Best I have felt about a Chiefs game in a while. Love the broadcast. Thank you so much, man. Let's freaking go. And FLDB with the clutch helmet. He's still got it on. Just kidding. Oh, wait. No, you didn't see that. That was a malfunction glitch, actually. I don't know what happened. There we go. It's on back. Oh, no. Okay. There we go. See? Helmet. That's game ball to the helmet, too, man. Let's go. Sean with another 100 bomb. Holy smokes, man. Another 100 bomb from Sean. Said, I told y'all. He had a 100 bomb earlier and said, this is for the win. Oh, my gosh, Sean. And then we have a back-to-back Sean. We got Sean Hooker with the 5 bomb as well. We just have to clean up our first quarter touchdown draws. But other than that, we're going to be all right. Yeah, imagine they scored earlier on that first drive, a touchdown instead of a field goal. But heck yeah, man. Daniel with the 2, back-to-back 2s. Where'd you get that shirt? All my shirts that I wear, like 90% of them, Made Mob. Exclamation point, Made Mob in chat. It should get you a link to all of them. Use code HBT Chiefs because you will get 20% off. It's an affiliate link, an affiliate code. I get a little kickback, to be clear. But I was wearing these shirts for months before I became an affiliate. I just think they're such great quality, clean quality, Kansas City-based business as well. And code HBT Chiefs will get you 20% off and save you a little bit of money too. Yeah, heck yeah. Lamar knew he couldn't come back from a 3-score or 3-point deficit, 3-score deficit. I don't think they pulled him because they didn't think they had a shot. I think you at least give it one more drive and get into the fourth quarter. I think he's really dealing with a bit of a hamstring, but man, it's GG's and much respect to the Ravens. I don't have like an ultra gloat mindset here just because the Chiefs are 2-2 and you just needed this win bad. And now you've got Jags on Monday Night Football next week. Go ahead, get it done. Let's get a W on Monday Night Football. Go to 3-2. It would be ideal because the Chargers lost, right? They're 3-1. It'd be ideal if they lose next week. It'd be ideal if the Broncos somehow lose to the Bengals tomorrow night. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I don't know. The longer I do this, the more respect I have for football teams, and the Ravens are obviously a good team. I know they're 1-3, but that offense, 37 points a game heading into here, they were humming, and I just think Spags had a great game plan, and they really did. They just did their thing. Did the Jags win? Somebody was asking. I mean, I could just look at all of them for a half second here. This is week 4. We saw this on Thursday Night Football. Seahawks beat the Cardinals by 3. The Vikings lost to the Steelers by 3, but it wasn't really that close this morning in Ireland. Falcons 34, Commanders 27. Chargers 18, Giants 21. Huge upset. Texans 27-0 on the Titans. The Eagles beat the Bucks 31-25, but I think the Bucks kind of went on a run at the end and made it close. Panthers, Patriots, I mean, what a bloodbath there after the Panthers won 30-0 the week prior. The Bills beat the Saints, 0 surprises there. I think it was a close earlier on, but the Bills pulled away ultimately, which is what we all expected. Lions blew out the Browns. The Jags did beat the 49ers. The Rams beat the Colts. I thought they would win, but I didn't think it would be that close. And the Bears held on to beat the Raiders on a walk-off blocked field goal. Chiefs beat the Ravens. And then on Sunday Night Football, get ready for the game. I think the Packers might make it a bloodbath. I don't know if it'll be like Ravens-Chiefs score bad, but Micah Parsons is going to come back and sack Dak at least once. They don't have CeeDee Lamb in this game, I'm pretty sure. They don't have another couple of players on defense. I think Tyler Booker, their guard, is banged up too. I think the Packers win this one pretty decisively, but it might be the most watched game ever because Micah Parsons is making his return home in primetime. Heck yeah. 37-20 dub, said Gateway, a complete football game. Let's go Chiefs. Heck yeah, man. GG's to everybody. Stop the cap, no injury on hamstring, period. Well, James, I'm just going to take the broadcast for their word. I don't have any reason to not believe what was reported. So if he just quit because he quit, then okay, that's lame of him. But the broadcast said it was a hamstring injury, so I'm just going to choose to believe him there, man. That's going to be a good game. Heck yeah. Appreciate each and every one of you guys hanging out. Thanks for all the super chats, the mods holding it down, the memberships, the gifteds, everybody being in chat, hanging out, dealing with the little bit of a slow start. Started to look better. A little bit of a swing there, 6-point swing before halftime, and then the Chiefs just did their thing, foot on the gas, pedal to the metal in the back half of this one. Convincing W, first 4-touchdown game from Patrick Mahomes since 2023. Couple concerns still, but ultimately, you're getting stronger on offense. Worthy's back. Rice will be back in a couple of weeks. You got to get through the Jags. And then, dude, I think the Chiefs play, what did they play? The Lions in a couple of weeks? I don't remember. Who did the Chiefs play? Schedule. The Chiefs play the Jags on Monday Night Football, but then they play the Lions week 6 before Rice can return. That's going to be a really tough game. That's Sunday Night Football. Week 6 against the Lions. Monday Night Football against the Jags. That's not going to be an easy game either. It's more winnable in my mind than the Lions. But man, if you could win both of those and go 4-2 without Rice, then you get Rice back and you got Worthy. Brashard Smith's starting to get worked more into the offense. Kingsley is getting more reps under his belt. He's looked better each and every week. No penalties, I think, from Jawan Taylor. The defense is humming, clicking, looking a lot better. Literally neutered the high-powered Ravens offense in this game. There's a lot of positives to take away. Hopefully Butker can kind of adjust the misses and like stuff going on with that. But all in all, it was awesome. Swifty spin with the 2. Said, let's go, let's freaking go. That's what I'm about to do with the sign-offs. You already know. Thank you, guys. I appreciate y'all. FLDB, holding it down with the scoreboard. Appreciate you as well, brother. I see your kid. Sorry, I didn't give you any warning. Hope that was fine. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all. And until next time, let's go. Let's freaking go.
How about those Chiefs?